Blog Talk Radio.
Here we go. Blast off.
This is True Capitalist Radio. True Capitalist Radio.
I am your host, the man they call Ghost.
The badass of business.
Give him capitalism or give him death.
That's it. Period.
Broadcasting from his Skyline office studios in beautiful downtown Austin, Texas.
You sound fruitier than a box of Fruit Loops, for Christ's sake.
And now, he'll take it from here. Your host, the prognosticator of prognosticators, the man they call Ghost.
How's it going, folks? And thank you for tuning in with me to another edition of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And, of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, folks, I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me. This is episode number 378. Episode number 378 for all the folks that are keeping track of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And before I get into anything else, I'd like for everybody to please spread it around like wildfire and let everybody know that True Capitalist Radio is in effect and in the house. And, of course, we are live every Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. Oh, my God. Hey, engineer, why don't you turn that off? What the hell are you doing, engineer? Jesus Christ, you've been screwing up as of late, man. You've been screwing up. Anyway, folks, my apologies on that. I don't know what the hell the engineer. I never know what you're doing back there. You know that, engineer? I never know what you're doing back there. You know what I'm saying? I just hope and pray that you're doing your job. You're doing your job, right? Yes, sir. Jesus Christ. Anyway, folks, my apologies. I don't know what the hell he's doing back there. Anyway, once again, spread it around like wildfire that we are live every Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. The official website is blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That's blogtalkradio.com/ghost. All right? Templeton, don't start. Don't you start. I just started the broadcast. Don't start. Please, all right? Be a good little dog over there and lay down. Man, what the hell's going on? I just got here. What the hell's going on here, man? Goddamn. I got the engineer giving me some crap. I got Templeton crying. What are you crying about? What are you crying about? Stop crying. Oh, Jesus Christ. No. Engineer, can you go help out Templeton, please? Yes, sir. Oh, my God. What is your problem? What is your problem, Templeton? Stop. Why are you crying? Stop crying. Why are you crying? You just want attention, don't you? Look at him. Look at him. He just wants attention. Look at him. I got a show to do, man. Can't you see I'm doing the show? Well, I'm doing the show here. Templeton, you need to stop doing this. I'm doing the show. Okay? You got to be a good dog. Can you be a good dog for me? Please? Please be a good dog. Stop it and be a good... I'm sorry, folks. What a Monday, all right? I'm not even started the show. What a Monday here. And look, Templeton, you cannot sit next to me. Come on. Templeton, please stop. Templeton, no, you can't sit next to me right now. I'm doing the show, man. I'm doing the show. I'm doing the show. All right? Stop it. All right? You can't sit next to me right now, all right? Come on. Here. Sit down right there. I'm doing a show here. Jesus Christ, man. All I'm trying to do is do a little bit of a show here. Sorry, folks, all right? My apologies. All right, yeah, just sit right there, Templeton, please. Jesus Christ, man. Anyway, folks, follow me on Twitter if you haven't already done so. Politics Ghost is the name. All one word, no underscores, Politics Ghost. And, of course, if you haven't gotten the Gab, meaning the alternative backup for Twitter, strongly advise everybody to do so. Type in your web browser, gab.ai, and sign up so that you can be a part of the new kind of Twitter-like social media community that ain't going to freaking ban you like a bunch of grammar Nazis or a bunch of goddamn speech Nazis or any of that crap. So anyway, folks, I wanted to take some time here to reassure everybody that I am okay after yesterday, episode number 377's incident, folks, in which yours truly was visited by, San Hambonio's finest. And to be completely honest with you, it had nothing to do with anybody out there trying to do any swatting. I genuinely thought that's what it was. But, folks, it turns out that, I got a neighbor over here who thought, something was happening, screaming up a storm. I don't know if you, look back in the archive at blogtalkradio.com/ghost at the episode 377. I screamed most of the goddamn broadcast, all right? And as a result, we had a neighbor over here feeling a little bit, didn't know what the hell was going on. So anyway, the bottom line is that everything's okay. All right, I had a chat with a neighbor, gave them a little bit of gift so they could shut their mouths. All right, and they got an understanding that what's going on over here ain't got none of your business. All right, here's some cigars, here's some drink. All right. So here it is, and literally it was just a call. I overblew it myself, folks. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. That's not how you confront police officers, coming to your door. I'm going to be honest with you. Do not do that. These people were very, very kind and gracious. SAPD, I got to hand it to you. Very professional. They could have busted down this door and shot me if, being honest with you, I was acting a little obnoxious. But anyway, the bottom line is everything's okay. All right, I'm okay. Everything's okay. I just got to calm my ass down now, okay? Because I got some concerned neighbors that think that, I don't know, I may be blowing a head gasket or there may be some kind of a situation going on over here. And the last thing I want is, having anybody out here trying to, cause any more trouble my way. You understand what I'm saying? I live in a very affluent neighborhood, folks. I'm serious. Out here in San Hambonio, the person that actually owns the home that I'm actually currently renting while I'm renting my spot out there in Austin, Texas, is a very prominent member of the Economic Society of San Hambonio, Texas, very prominent businessman. So they weren't going to just bust down this person's house, all right? I'm just saying. You know what I mean? They weren't just going to bust down this person's house. And not to mention the person that actually owns this property was actually rather tickled that, we had such an incident. Anyway, I'm okay. Everything's okay. All right? I'm serious. Everything is okay. I'm fine. Everything's great now, okay? The cops kind of know, the score out here. They know that I'm conducting some kind of a broadcast. They know that I'm pro-Trump. And look, once I said pro-Trump, man, these cops are like, oh, well, we hear you, buddy, I mean, we need somebody in the office that's going to actually care about cops again. Blue Lives Matter, so on and so forth. So, if you ever want to have a cop on your side in modern-day Obama America, all you had to do was just say, hey, look, I'm controversial blogger, I'm a controversial writer, I'm a controversial whatever, a broadcaster, vlogger, and say that, I'm a Trump supporter, so on and so on. And let me tell you, these cops, they're Trump supporters, baby. You understand what I'm saying? They are Trump supporters. Anyway, folks, I'm glad that all panned out the way it did. I was a little concerned, to say the least. I don't know if y'all heard me in the last broadcast. I literally didn't know how to react. I was, not in my right frame of mind. A lot of things were happening. You had these troll terrorists and cyber vermin at the end of the show that were agitating me up to no end. And then you have, before you know it, freaking Johnny Law, showing up at your house. So anyway, look, I don't want to talk about it anymore, all right? That was a very serious incident. I had a lot of people tweeting at me, very concerned. And I want to tell you, I'm sorry, folks, but let me tell you something, man. I mean, this is the new America where, you can't even talk loudly or scream in your own home without supposed concerned citizens over here calling. And look, maybe I shouldn't be bashing the neighbor, because maybe they were genuinely concerned. Maybe they thought I was, I don't know, maybe I was having a problem or something. But anyway, the neighbor's okay. The police are okay. You know what I'm saying? I actually have sent the police, the local substation down here, sent them some gifts, let them know thank you for their service, so on and so on. This is what you got to do as a capitalist, baby. You understand what I'm saying? This is what you got to do as a capitalist so that, you got the right people not on your back. You don't want the cops your enemy. You know what I mean? You don't want the cops as your enemy. You want them to, respect you as a taxpayer. You want them to respect you as a productive member of society that actually wants to keep the damn community that they run the beat in clean, for Christ's sake. Anyway, folks, I'm sorry. I'm a little discombobulated. That last show was a little bit, it was a little bit hairy, to say the least. All right, you heard me, folks. I wasn't, I don't even want to relive that. I'm telling you right now. Anyway, look, I don't think we're going to have that kind of a disturbance any longer. I think that everything's okay now. So what I'd like to do is just go ahead and get on with the show, I should say, and let's go ahead and get in with today's markets, Monday markets here. And folks, the markets were on the positive side today on the merger talks. A lot of big merger talks, of course, the biggest one, Time Warner and AT&T, which I think should concern some folks because in my personal opinion, this is the way I read finance. I personally believe that this is a way for the big-time media corporations, because both AT&T and Time Warner are filled with debt. The merger itself doesn't even make any damn sense, all right? And that's why people in the financial community are like, why in the hell is this merger even happening? Well, I want to tell you my assessment, folks, because it's happened before. It's happened with the goddamn Wall Street and the banks. It's happened with the savings and loans in the 1980s. It's happened. It's going to continue happening, all right? What these conglomerates, in my personal opinion, are attempting to do, because they are a regulated market, folks, so they work with the government. That means they pay extra taxes to the government, not to mention that a lot of these people pay these government officials. You know what I'm saying? And the bottom line is, I think the merger between AT&T and Time Warner signifies that they are going to consolidate their debt. And in that debt consolidation, it is going to prove that they can't pay it. And as a result, they're going to claim that because of their merger and because their overwhelming amounts of debt, that they're not going to be able to pay their creditors. So what are they going to do? They're going to do the same damn thing as Wall Street, as the banks did. They're going to go to the government, and they're going to say, oh, government, please, can you bail us out? Can you bail us out, government? And you know what they're going to do? They're going to throw the internet over the head of the government. They're going to say, look, we're not sure if we can provide internet service anymore. This could jeopardize the entire integrity of the communication system. I mean, I can hear them saying it now. All right? I can see this happening now.
Fios is not cable. We're wired differently, which means you can get the fastest internet available with equal upload and download speeds from 50 to 500 megs. So you can upload 200 photos before your favorite song is finished. Click the ad and switch to Fios today to get our best offer ever.
And what's going to happen? Well, the government's going to bail them out, and who's in control? Who's in total legal and business and authority control over this huge conglomeration of communication? None other than the government themselves. Just like when you buy a car from GE, that is a government car, son. You understand that? I mean, take a look at all the people, all the individual companies, everybody that profited during stimulus package 2. That was the first damn piece of legislation that Obama enacted when he was elected president, and he had a democratically dominated Congress and Senate. The first thing he did was bail out everybody. And not to mention, he nationalized college debt. I know that you college debtors and you college kids, you still want to pretend that Barack Obama gave two rats' asses about you, but he didn't, all right? Because if he did, he wouldn't have nationalized the college debt situation, meaning that now when you take out any kind of a college loan, you are now obligated to pay the government back, not a private institution, the government, because those are government-backed loans at this point in time. And now, unlike before 2009, when the Stimulus Package 2 bill was passed, you could just declare your student debt on your bankruptcy with your credit cards and anything else. You know, you're the typical legal instrument to basically reestablish and possibly consolidate debt, so on and so forth, and you wouldn't even necessarily had to pay it. I mean, that's what most of the professors that are in the goddamn supposed realm of college education, the supposed realm of higher education, this is what most of these professors did. They literally just got their doctorates with a damn student loan, and they knew they could just, I mean, hey, once they got their tenured professorship, which is a tenured professor, I think the average tenured professor is like, what, 80 G's a year? Why do you need credit when you got 80 G's a year, for Christ's sake? You know what I mean? You can just wait another, 7.5, 8 years, you get reestablished credit, and you're back. I mean, that's exactly what these professors did, and they've robbed you of that opportunity. Not to get off on a soliloquy about college debt, folks, but that's why we're in the current situation we're in. That's why you have this merger between Wall Street, the financial industry, and government, because it happened during the Stimulus Package 2, the bailout, the TARP, all that nonsense. And as I was alluding to, towards as it pertains to this Time Warner AT&T merger, I believe that's the exact same thing that's going to happen. I think that these two entities are merging for the purpose of potentially getting a government bailout. And I'm telling you, once the government bails out anybody, the government owns that entity. You understand that? And that's what I mean. I mean, that's a government takeover right there. That is a subtle takeover. That is a subtle takeover of the goddamn communication industry, a government takeover. Mark my words. Mark my words, it'll happen. If this damn merger is allowed to happen. It shouldn't happen. We should not have a goddamn government-backed monopoly on communication, for heaven's sake. I mean, seriously, that's what this merger represents. It represents a consolidation of power as it relates to the communication industry. I'm talking every form of communication. Internet, telephone, cable television. I mean, I'm not joking around. I think people need to understand the serious implications of a potential merger between AT&T and Time Warner. I think it's horrific, all right? All right, I think it's just unbelievably horrific. Anyway, that's what was basically bringing up the markets today. What was bringing up the markets was the merger news that was happening. And it wasn't just Time Warner, but it was one of the ones that was taking stage. You got a lot of mergers going on, decent earnings happening out here that has basically given the investor a little bit of confidence to go back in the market at this point in time. I personally don't think that you should be investing too much money in this particular market in the long term unless you're value investing for potential dividend plays. But outside of that, me personally, I'm not investing in the long term in this market. You know, not at all. I'm serious. I'm not confident in this market. It's not a matter of if, it's when this damn thing starts crashing. And when it's crashing, it's going to crash fast. It's going to crash really fast, and it's going to discombobulate everybody. I think people forgot about how fast it crashed in 2008. I mean, literally from one month to the next. I think it was as soon as it turned from 2008 to 2009, that February, I'll never forget that February, it changed America, folks. All right? Take a look at February in any chart of 2009 and take a look at every humongous dip crash in any chart, in any stock that you look at. I'm telling you this right now. Now, what I'm going to do here is I want to talk a little bit about the equities markets today. And once again, they are up on merger news, on earnings. Earnings were pretty positive for folks, giving in investors positivity. Let's go with the Dow Jones Industrial today. It is up 77.32 points, a percentage increase of 0.43% increase today for the Dow, closing out the Dow at 18,223.03 points for the Dow Jones Industrial. We've got the S&P 500 also up on the plus side today, up 10.17 points, a percentage increase of 0.47%, closing out the S&P 500 at 2,151.33 points for the S&P. We've got the NASDAQ. NASDAQ Composite is also up 52.43 points, a percentage increase of 1%. 1% increase on the NASDAQ today, closing out the NASDAQ at 5,309.83 points for the NASDAQ Composite. Now, I definitely want to talk a little bit about the stocks that I told people, to watch this morning. Every one of those stocks that I suggested this morning were money makers, like they usually are. I mean, because making money, baby, that's what I do. So I'm going to go ahead and get to those here in just one second, but I do want to remind everybody, okay, that unfortunately I was unable to continue the dip and wave riding this morning as it pertains to the stocks that I was suggesting. So I hope that, individuals were able to get in and out and take the philosophy that yours truly is always saying. You want to catch the dip, ride the waves, and make sure to jump off with profits and be able to replicate that and do it over and over again. Well, unfortunately, Twitter, I don't know what the hell it was doing. It was not allowing me to continue to call these dips and waves as it pertains to these stocks. Every time I attempted to do so at some point, it just kept saying, I already sent that tweet. I already sent that tweet. I already sent that tweet. So I literally could not send any more tweets relating to the stocks I was suggesting, and I think that's just a bunch of crap. I'm serious. I think it's a bunch of crap. Makes me sick. I'm already gagging. I'm puking here. And folks, it just goes to show you Twitter is just a bunch of garbage. I'm sick of Twitter. That's why I'm trying to advocate everybody go to the alternative Twitter. All right, it is called gab.ai. All right, you can put that in your browser, get yourself a free account. I'm telling you, Twitter. I'm sick of Twitter. I'm telling you, the only reason I'm still here is because the people are still here, but the people need to go somewhere else because Twitter could care less about it. Any of the people that are actually that are providing content for their goddamn shitty website. Excuse my French. They could care less. All right. Anyway, folks, let me go ahead and get to some of these shares here, folks. I want to let everybody know that if you would have just listened to yours truly, taken the philosophy, all right, catch the dips, ride the waves, jumped off with profits, you would have made some serious business. And look, I'm considering, folks, I've got a lot of people, all right? I've got a lot of people that are actually wanting to listen to yours truly in the morning if I was to potentially have a live broadcast or some kind of a real-time conference call to a certain extent, basically calling the dips and waves on stocks in real time. I mean, hear me in action. I mean, hear me while I'm at the trade desk saying, okay, we got action over here. Look, I can see the dip coming in, so on and so forth, so that individuals can partake in the stock market and actually make some money, all right? I mean, because that's really what I'm trying to do. Now, I'm considering doing this. I've got a lot on my plate. I want to be honest with you, folks. I mean, I'm a very, very busy person at this point in time. But I'm considering doing this if the market, for lack of a better term, demands it. And what I was considering is a small monthly fee for individuals that actually want to partake with me in the morning, trading stocks, all right? Trading stocks. And look, you know me, folks. You've been seeing me on Twitter. I know how to call dips. I know how to call waves. And listen, the only thing I don't do is tell you when to get off. All right, and to jump off the wave because I can only lead you to water. I can't tell you how to drink it. I can't tell you how to fast to drink it. I can't tell you how much to drink it. You understand that? Because if I tell you all this information and then tell you how to jump off, I mean, I should be billing you all for, financial consulting, all right? Seriously. I mean, so I just want to let everybody know, everybody's asking me, hey, what exactly, do I jump off? Do I jump off now? Do I do? Hey, if I tell you to do that, then I want a piece of whatever profit you made that day. And look, that's just the way it goes. I'm just telling you where the stocks are at. I'm telling you when the dips are happening and the waves are developing, and it's up to you to catch the dip and then ride the wave and then figure out when to jump off. All right? Now, that's what makes a capitalist. Decisions, baby. This isn't freaking high school. You understand? You ain't going to have me spoon-feeding your ass, for Christ's sake. Say, here, you want to jump off right here? I'm serious, folks. All right, now let me go ahead and go over some of these charts of these stocks that I suggested to watch this morning, one of which was a Russian manufacturing stock called Mikhail PAO. The symbol on this one is MTL. I'd like for everybody to go ahead and pull that chart up for right now because this is a beautiful chart. Even if you would have just bought this in the morning and held on to it to the end of the day, you made some serious damn money. You made some serious money, baby. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not joking. You made serious money. I hope everybody got in on this one. If you didn't, I'm sorry. I can only lead you to water, baby. I can't tell you how to drink it. Can't tell you how much to drink it. All right? I'm not joking around. And people are saying, "Hey, start a Kickstarter." And look, I'm not going to start a Kickstarter to do it. I could do it myself. You know what I mean? If people want it, I mean, I'll charge a low monthly fee. You know, because let me tell you, if you're listening to me, you're going to make lots of money. It's obvious. You just got to know when to jump off those waves, baby. And that's what makes you a good investor. All right? Yeah, okay, I tell you when the dips are happening. Yeah, I tell you when the waves are forming. It's up to you on how you're going to play that. You understand that? That's why I'm saying I'm not on need a Kickstarter. I'll just go ahead and if people want it, I'll start it here in the next couple of days. If people want to, tweet at me if you're interested. Politics Ghost, and I'll be up every morning. As a matter of fact, I'll have a pre-talk before the damn trading, so everybody knows the stocks to watch. Talk about some of the news that is happening in the business sector. Talk about the different commodities, so on and so forth, in real time. And as the trade starts happening, I'll go ahead and tell everybody dips and waves up until about lunchtime. And then after that, folks, I'm going to have to go ahead and let y'all be on y'all's own because I have to have a freaking life here. You know what I mean? I got to have a life. But I think that you'd be able to make some serious money. All right? Serious money. And somebody's asking, what's a decent site to start playing stocks? I mean, I suggest you stock trade because it'll allow you to make the type of trading plays that I'm suggesting. Because the kind of plays that I'm suggesting here, dip catching and wave riding is what I'd like to call it. It's my personal, terminology in investing. The only way you can do it in traditional brokerage firms is if you have $25,000 in your brokerage account. Yeah. And because of that, there's a lot of people that don't partake in this particular type of trading because they ain't got $25,000. But we got alternative trade systems that don't fall under the category of the law of traditional brokerage firms like the letter U, stocktrade.com. All right? Once again, the letter U and then the word stocktrade.com. This will allow you to just go ahead and just put in whatever you got. I mean, even if you got $200, even if you got $100, whatever it is, put it in there. It's $1 a month, $1 a trade. All right? I mean, you can literally make, and you see people that are listening to me on Twitter, folks, they're making $100 on a trade, they're making $80 on a trade, just like that. You know what I'm saying? Just like that. And it's really easy to do. I mean, and what you want to do is you want to build up your investment bankroll. on your initial investment. Let's say you want to put in $500 on a used stock trade account. And let's say because you're listening to the trades that I'm suggesting, you're watching the stocks that I'm suggesting, I should say, and you're listening to when I'm saying there's dips happening and waves forming, you're able to turn that $500 into $5,000 in, maybe about 2 or 3 months, which is not very hard to do, folks. Believe it or not, it's not. All right? I mean, once you got $5,000, that's when you can start making some serious plays. All right? Now, we take a look at MTL. All right? MTL started off this morning, all right, at about 425 on the low. Now, the reason I suggested this was a decent stock to pick because we saw some major increases in the pre-market. Now, I want to let everybody know, just because you see a stock in the pre-market raising, all right, just because you see a stock in the pre-market raising doesn't mean that it is a stock to watch. The reason I said this was a stock to watch, even though there was no news reports, even though there's really nothing that justifies this, tremendous increase other than a couple of goddamn financial magazines or news organizations highlighting the fact that it was high today for some reason. Now, the reason I said it was a stock to watch because the volume of shares that were being acquired in the pre-market. Now, if you take a look at the pre-market and take a look at some of the heavy movers in the pre-market, this is where the investors that don't understand investing get caught up in hype. You see, you got a lot of investors in this investment community that understand how to manipulate buyers from afar. One of the things they like to do is they like to buy shares in the pre-market at a higher rate than whatever it last traded for, just so that they can lure in buyers on a potential high percentage increase play when it was just one schmuck in the damn pre-market that traded 10 shares or bought 10 shares for a freaking high price. All right? So when I saw this share in the pre-market, there was at least 40,000 shares traded in the pre-market to justify the 14% increase that it had in the pre-market. So that was a lot of shares that people were acquiring. You see, this is where I'm trying to get people to understand why I'm so confident in stocks that I call. You see, I do the extended research on, the volume on the stock and what's justifying the increase. On this one, I'm assuming that the manufacturing index for Russia is way high because this is a Russian manufacturing stock. This is somebody who produces coal and steel and so on and so forth. And since you have not only Russia's military theater engagements throughout the international community currently, that's probably putting high demand on certain industries in this sector, but you also have the recent BRICS summit in which you had India and China and you had Russia, a couple other Asian countries involved that got together and actually negotiated certain trade agreements at this particular summit, one of which was highlighted that India was able to make a deal with Vladimir Putin to buy $19 billion worth of Indian petroleum. So I'm sure because of that deal, India, I'm sure, has to probably buy some of the manufacturing goods, steel, coal, so on and so forth, from Russia. So I assume that that's what was really bringing up the price on MTL. And you take a look at this chart. I mean, beautiful. You could have rode this wave all day. I mean, there was little small waves, little small flash dips, but look at that. If you would have just kept on riding this son of a bitch, look at all that. It closed out at $5.25 today. All right? So if you would have got in at the day's low of $4.25, $4.30, $4.40, and if you would have just kept it all day and watched it, you would have been tentatively watching it. You would have been able to pallet the flash dips. You would have been able to justify the fact that it was going to continue going up. And the reason that I was confident that this would continue to go up is because of all the pre-market activity. And you see, this is why you can make a judgment call on a given stock given the high volume in pre-market activity. Because, folks, somebody somewhere purchased the stock in the pre-market and paid a premium commission price on top of however much they paid for the stock in the pre-market, raising the stock price to whatever the hell it is. Because remember, when a stock raises in price, somebody somewhere paid for that stock at that price. All right? So that means somewhere somebody is holding the bag on that stock at that high price, and they're going to be sitting there. They're going to be waiting to unload it. You understand? There's going to be a lot of people sitting there waiting to unload it, and, this is why you can have confidence in a stock throughout the day. If you have a high volume of pre-market shares selling on the high, the initial, and I don't know if you've noticed this, folks, don't ever buy a hot stock in the pre-market right as the bell rings, because haven't you noticed there's always a dip? There's always an initial dip. But this is what would have made me confident. Now, look, I got out. I'm not going to say I went all the way to 525 on this one. I got out around 2, like right around $5. You know what I'm saying? And I thought that was about it. I thought at some point we were going to see a flash dip and people were just going to start tanking. But the traders were trading this one, man. I mean, this is a market average volume on this stock of 335,618 shares traded on average of this stock. Today, I think there was over 6 million shares of this share traded. All right? So anyway, beautiful chart, beautiful stock chart. Let's get to the next stock because there was plenty of money to be made elsewhere too, folks. The next stock that I said to watch this morning before the market opened was CheckCap Ltd. This is symbol CHEK. This is actually a medical device company that manufactures the the pill camera, so that you can swallow this pill and they can get a internal view of your gastrointestine, so on and so forth. Anyway, we saw a major pop on this one in the pre-market, and I was assuming, because there was no news on this outside the fact that there was a presentation that was going to happen this weekend by this company at the Gastro Scientific annual meeting. And obviously, according to that meeting, based upon the pre-market activity and the volume of stock shares that were being traded in the pre-market, it looked like a pretty decent play, to say the least. Now, I knew that this was going to be a little bit more of a wavy type chart because the market volume on this stock is typically pretty low. Average market volume of shares traded on this stock is 46,140. Today, we were at about 2 million, I believe. But even with that high volume in the 2 million, you saw some peaks and valleys. Now, folks, I don't know if y'all saw, I literally called the first wave on this stock. I hope that you all wrote it. You know what I mean? I hope that you all wrote it. All right? Because look at that freaking, first of all, look at the dip as soon as the damn market opens on this chart. All right? The symbol CHEK. There's an initial dip. Then you've got some choppiness going on there, but that was the continued dip, and then it just increased dramatically, for Christ's sake. As a matter of fact, people obviously bought in on this dip. If you look back at my Twitter timeline, people were asking me, hey, Ghost, is it going to rise again? And I said, of course it is. Look at all the damn pre-market activity. And then you saw it rise up to maybe about, I would say a little under about 229, 228. And then it had a dramatic dip into its low up until about, I think it was about 1045. And if you would have caught that dip anywhere from 1045 up until maybe about 11:15, you would have made some serious goddamn money. I mean, look at that. Look at that chart. That's beautiful. I mean, that's where you make money. And not to mention, folks, I'm trying to give stocks that don't cost very much, so that independent investors that don't have much money in their trading accounts can acquire a whole bunch of shares, so that when they have about a 20-cent increase or they have a 10-cent increase, it'll make some serious capital. It'll make some serious money, man.
Changing a song can change your whole day, but change has never been this powerful. At Nissan's Year of the Truck and SUV event, we're rolling out our capable new lineup and big savings. Shop your local Nissan store and choose Nissan.com. Offers end soon.
So that's why I suggest, some of these small cap stocks that are still part of the NASDAQ, they're still part of any New York Stock Exchange, so on and so forth. Great stock on this one. I hope everybody caught wind, and hopefully everybody rode the waves on this. Beautiful waves to be ridden on this. You could have gotten in and out on this at least about 4 or 5 times and made money. And that's what you want to do. You want to be able to, maybe get in the morning, then get out right around that, you see that big, huge spike right in the middle of the 10 a.m. or right after the 10 a.m. hour? And then it goes down, and then you buy it again, and then you probably want to sell it off anywhere right before 12. And then you maybe want to buy it when it's flatlining, when you start seeing that wave forming, and then you sell it off again about 1:30. I mean, these are the types of plays that you want so that you can accumulate capital, you understand, so that you can accumulate profits and you can make serious money. I mean, that's what I'm trying to do, baby. I'm trying to create capitalists, all right? So anyway, that's why I'm suggesting, folks, anybody who's interested in, potentially listening to me make plays really quick this morning, in the mornings. I'm talking every morning from, I would say anywhere from 7 a.m. to till about 12 noon Central Standard Time. So people can hear when the dips, when the waves are riding. I'm thinking about maybe doing a monthly fee. And look, folks, you've seen me on Twitter. You know I can call these waves. You know I can call these dips. All you got to do is just play them. And know when to get out. Know when to jump off. That's all you got to do. Anyway, let's continue going, folks. I wanted to also talk about a stock that I suggested, Hilton Worldwide Holdings, folks. That was a beautiful wavy chart. Now, Hilton, folks, saw some major increases in the pre-market, and that was because of the potential, well, it's not a potential, it's actually a done deal now. Blackstone, which is an investment firm, is going to sell half of its stake in Hilton's Worldwide Holdings to H&A Tourism for $6.5 billion. And H&A, Tourism, of course, is a Chinese entity, so take that what you wish. Anyway, folks, if you take a look at that dramatic dip in the morning, you see what I'm saying, folks? Don't ever go right into a stock right away, all right? Because it'll eventually dip at some point in time. And this was a huge dip on Hilton. This is, of course, the symbol HLT. HLT is the symbol. But if you would have caught the dip in the morning somewhere right before 10 o'clock, I mean, you would have made some serious money on that initial increase. And then it dipped again, and then it was just kind of petering. And the reason it was petering, folks, is because a lot of volume on this. I think there may have been about at least close to 30 million shares plus traded of Hilton Worldwide Holdings. That's a lot of shares. So that's why you saw these really, short, choppy waves, and then you'd see a dip, and then you'd see, another wave form, and then everything would be very, very short, choppy, and then another dip, and then another kind of short, choppy wave, then kind of a dramatic increase. So you had to realize how to play these particular stocks. Now, sometimes, folks, you may find yourself in a situation in which you may have caught yourself maybe on the rise of a wave, and you catch yourself in a flash dip. Now, my suggestion to those that are caught on a flash dip, you have to make the decision on whether or not you're going to take the loss or wait for it to rise up. Now, I wouldn't automatically always take the loss. For you folks that have been listening or at least watching me on Twitter and watching these shares that I've been saying to watch, a lot of these stocks, even though they may get a flash dip, even they may, make your stomach churn a little bit, they eventually pop back up. And the reason is because the stocks that I say to watch have great activity in the pre-market. And when I mean activity, I'm not just talking about a high percentage increase. I'm talking market volume. I'm talking lots of shares being traded. So that means that people bought in at those high prices in the pre-market. So, don't feel too bad if you're losing maybe a dime or maybe 15 cents a share, depending, of course, on how many shares you have, because there's some asshole in the pre-market that bought in on the absolute high. All right? Bought in on the absolute high in the pre-market. Just imagine how that asshole feels. You know what I mean? So that's why, whenever you see some hesitation, I should say, or resistance is what I meant to say. It's always because people are holding the bag. Anytime you see an increase in stocks, just imagine all the old investors that are holding the bag, waiting to get out on this increase. That's why you see these peaks and valleys, these dips and these spikes, because you got a lot of people holding the bag maybe for months, maybe for years, that are trying to get out. And once they clear out, that's when you got the investment community like us that actually wants liquidity out of these stocks to come in and actually ride the waves and dips that are created by the volatility by the investment community themselves. Anyway, folks, this was a very decent stock. I hope you all profited generously on this one. And it's not a bad long-term investment either, but and the reason I say it's not a bad long-term investment, I mean, I personally wouldn't buy it, but let's just say for the sake of argument, you're holding it because you bought in on the absolute high and, you're just one of those learning experiences. I mean, you take a look at the dividend yield, all right? It's got 1.22%. That's a 7-cent dividend yield per share. The 52-week low on this one is $16.16. 52-week high is $26.27. Now, with this Chinese firm buying this particular entity, kind of shows a little bit of longevity with the stock itself, because the Chinese, depending on who you ask, they are going to have some decent cash reserves when the element of economic crisis finally hits China. So they're waiting for that rainy day, even though they do have a huge amount of debt. They still are sitting on cash reserves. So that's something to look into if you're trying to acquire any kind of long-term investment for any kind of value investing to any capacity or anything of that nature. Anyway, let's go ahead and go to the short stock that I said to short this morning. And man, Jesus Christ, I hope that you sons of bitches, excuse my French, shorted this stock. All right? I'm serious. I hope that you shorted this stock. Now, when you short stocks, unfortunately, you can't short stocks at ustocktrade.com. There's no shorting or options trading or OTC trading, which is over-the-counter market, which is where the penny stocks are traded at. But this right here was a stock that was traded on the NYSE, New York Stock Exchange. This is Tidewater Inc. This is symbol TDW. Symbol TDW. Now, with shorts, folks, you want to get in on a short right away as soon as the market opens, because you know it's just going to keep going down. Now, what you want to do is you want to be able to, judge whether or not the short is going to continue going down, and when you start seeing a pop-up. When you're seeing a pop-up, you want to get the hell out. But when you start seeing it continue to sell off, you want to stay in on the short, because literally shorting means that you're going to get a share. Let's say right now the high on TDW was $2.24. That was right as the bell rang. Let's say you got in at 210. Let's say you got in at 205. All right. Today's low was 162. 162, of course, happened in the later in the day. But you would have at least been able to get out of here at least at about 165, 167. I mean, that's some serious money. That's some serious shorting money right there. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's serious shorting money. Because once again, folks, when you short a stock, what you're doing is you're getting the stock. Let's say you got it at 210, all right? And let's say you got out at like 165. All you got to do is minus 210, minus $1.65, whatever's left, that's what's going in your pocket every share that you shorted. Now, there's a flip side of that coin. Let's say you short some shares and they go up the ass. I mean, they decide they're just a complete wrong calculation, and instead of dropping, they raise up. Well, folks, unfortunately, you are on the hook. Excuse me, because that's not funny, because it's really serious. If you hold a share and you're shorting it, and it goes up in value, for every cent, for every dollar it goes up, you owe the brokerage firm whatever dollar or whatever cents it went up per share. I mean, that's how shorting works. That's why it's kind of risky. I mean, hey, but risk versus reward, baby. You know what I'm saying? Risk versus reward. Anyway, folks, I would like to get to commodities and all this other stuff, but we got a lot of things to talk about. I just want to go over the basic commodities here, folks, and then we'll get to agriculture tomorrow because, man, we got so much to talk about. The election's right around the corner. I want to talk a little bit about the elections. I want to talk a little bit about how you got the mainstream media lying about how Hillary Rotten Clinton is winning and so on and so forth. So let me get to the energy, let me get to the metals, and then we're going to go ahead and move on to some Twitter shout-outs, all right? Now, we got energy here, folks. Now, we saw a slide in energy today because Iraq, of all people, right, they are slowing down the OPEC production cut costs, or the talks, excuse me. They're slowing down the production cut talks of OPEC because Iraq is saying that it doesn't want to cut production, that it wants to continue producing, and it doesn't care what OPEC says. And that literally spooked the markets, folks. That's why you're seeing a decrease in oil, because if these damn idiots in Iraq don't stop producing oil, well, then that means there's going to be a lot of oil on the market, and the scarcity that OPEC is trying to create to bring up the cost of oil ain't going to happen. And not to mention those of us that are investing in oil, that are trying to capitalize on this. I mean, these goddamn Iraqis, these ungrateful Iraqi people, they're out here trying to make us wait for our profits, man. They're trying to make us wait for our money. Anyway, let me go ahead. WTI sweet crude down today, 36 cents, a percentage decrease of 0.71%. Closing out WTI at $50.49 per barrel of WTI sweet crude. Brent crude oil down today, 39 cents, a percentage decrease of 0.75%. Closing out Brent crude at $51.39 per barrel of Brent crude. Gasoline went down. It was down 1.84%. And natural gas, ooh, man, what a crash today. Natural gas is down 4.74% on the day. I mean, good God. Anyway, we got heating oil up modestly today, 0.39%, 0.39% for heating oil. Let's get to the metals, shall we? The metals! Let's get to the goddamn metals. All right, gold is gold is down today. My apologies, because we are still on this dollar high, folks. It's still on a 7-month high for whatever reason. People wanting to get cashed out in U.S. dollars. Anyway, gold is down $2.70 today, a percentage decrease of 0.21%, closing out gold at $1,265 even per troy ounce of gold. Silver is up today, a dime. It is up 10 cents, a percentage increase of 0.58%, closing out silver at $17.60 per troy ounce of silver. Copper is up 0.41%, and, of course, we're still seeing some flat activity in platinum. It is down 0.01%. And, unfortunately, folks, that, my friends, is the markets for your ass, all right? And my apologies. I don't mean to, go overboard with these markets, but I want people to make money here, all right? I mean, I want people to make some money, and that's why I do what I do. You understand what I'm saying? And now that Twitter is being an absolute cyber butt monkey, prohibiting me from trying to help people from getting in on dips, riding waves on stocks so that they can accumulate liquidity, so that they can make profits, so they can make their lives better, so they can become better capitalists. I don't know what I'm going to do. I mean, I just may have a morning broadcast with a small monthly fee. I don't know yet. Let me know if you're interested. If not, well, then I'm just going to continue doing my own thing. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, folks, let's go ahead and get some Twitter shout-outs, shall we? Huh? For you folks that are unaware, I can give you a Twitter shout-out live right here on the broadcast. All you've got to do is retweet the first tweet on my Twitter account, and the tweet to retweet is True Capitalist Radio Live. True Capitalist Radio Live, all right? That is the tweet to retweet, baby, all right? Oh, man. Hey, engineer, do we have any Twitter shout-outs to be had there, man? All right. Well, we got some Twitter shout-outs to be had here. And let me tell you something, folks. For all you folks that have been asking for it, for all you folks that have been trolling for it, by God, folks, it is here. That's right. It is here. Ghostler Youth shirts. Hail Ghostler. Hail Ghostler. The fan-inspired creation has come alive. The audience-inspired creation has come alive. And I'm talking about Ghostler Youth. Ghostler Youth. And they're only around for a limited time. And the only reason I brought these up, folks, is because, you know, everybody wanted them. Everybody was asking for them. They were even creating them themselves, for Christ's sake. So if you want your official first Ghostler Youth shirt, let me go ahead and tweet it out right now, boy. All right, right now. It's only around for a limited time. Here it is, right here. Ghostler Youth. It's the Ghostler Youth shirt, baby. Look at it. There it is. Hail Ghostler. If you are a part of the meme wars, if you are a soldier to the meme wars, this is a must-have, baby. This is a must-have for every soldier of the meme wars, for Christ's sake. Hail Ghostler. Hail the Ghostler Youth. Hail the Ghostler Youth. Anyway, folks, let me just continue on here. I just wanted to get that out of the way for all the folks that were like, "Oh my God, I want some Ghostler Youth shirts, Ghost. I want some swag, man. That's what I want. I want some swag." Well, you're gonna get swag. Let me tell you, once this one is finished, it's gone. All right. All right. So get them while they're hot. As a matter of fact, they're only going to be up till Jesus Christ, like a little after November, all right? All right, seriously, like right after the damn election, all right? That's it. All right, as a matter of fact, till November 3rd, for Christ's sake. That's it, November 3rd, that's it. You got 9 days and 5 hours and 2 minutes to get yourself a goddamn Ghostler Youth shirt. Hail Ghostler Youth! Hail Ghostler Youth! Anyway, folks, let's go ahead and get some Twitter shout-outs right now. All right, let's go ahead and do that. Who do we got going on here, folks? All right. We got Benton Bannon in the house. What's going on, man? We've got, oh, Jesus Christ. Let's not start with that. We got Z Frostwire. What's going on with Z Frostwire? Good to see you, man. We got the Teutonic Plague in the house. We got Elliot Goskiner, whatever the hell. We got Jay Slot in the house. Brad in the place. What's going on to Brad? We got AL Game Freak, excuse me. What's going on to Snow White? How you doing? What's going on to Tom as well? Nosferatu in the place. Who else we got going on over here? We got all kinds of people. We got the Smiler in the house. Julian Ass Massage. Oh, you son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. I mean, look at you ungrateful troll pricks, man. I mean, Julian Assange, he's risking his life for you people. He's risking his life for you people, and this is how you freaking, I mean, God damn you idiots. God damn you idiots, man. Give me the goddamn, I can't imagine. I mean, this guy's risking his life, and this, man, I better calm down. You see, you're going to get the cops called on me again because you assholes, how dare you, man? How dare you? Jesus Christ. What's going on the Brony Network? Teutonic Cringe Lord. What the hell? Just stop player hating on play. We got Trump and Capitalist. Let me see what's going on. We got the Green Leader in the place. What's going on? SAPD1 Ghost Z. Look, don't. Anyway, I'm just saying, do not, please, all right? We got Silent Capitalists in the house. Who else we got here? We got Scarlet One Ghost. Shut up. Stupid, dumb idiot bronies. Once again, retweet the tweet that states True Capitalist Radio now live, all right? All right, who else do we got here? Man, I'm not saying these sick-ass names, man. I'm telling you this right now. I'm not saying it, all right? You people are sick. What's going on to the MySpace Mexican? He's in the house. What's going on to Strictly Diesel? What's going on, man? We got Disco Waffle, Notorious Keck. We got He's Boss Ghostler. That's not even funny, man. Anyway, we're now in the second hour of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And, of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, folks, I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me. Once again, folks, we are conducting Twitter shout-outs. All you have to do is retweet the first tweet on my Twitter account at PoliticsGhost. All one word, no underscores, PoliticsGhost. And I will give you a Twitter shout-out live right here on the broadcast. All right, because it's that simple. All right, who else we got? We got NRJ Commando in the place. What's going on? Who else we got here? We got Surprising Fly in the place. How you doing, man? We got some guy named Lucifer, Radioactive Sausage, Pennsylvania for Ghost. What's going on to the Skilling Capitalist? What's going on to Jimmy Capitalist? Markiplier. Shut up! Screw that asshole! We got Manhood Magic. We got Raiden Snake in the house. What's going on? True Swatted Radio. You son of a bitch. Don't joke around about that! Don't joke! That's not funny, man. I'm serious.
Fios is not cable. We're wired differently, which means you can get the fastest internet available with equal upload and download speeds from 50 to 500 megs. So you can upload 200 photos before your favorite song is finished. Click the ad and switch to Fios today to get our best offer ever.
That's not funny! I mean, what happened on that last episode, folks, was serious. I mean, I was a little petrified, man. I mean, I thought that was it. I thought I was going down Bill Cooper style, baby. I thought I was going down Randy Weaver style, baby. I'm serious. I'm not joking. It's not funny either, man. I'm serious. My heart was pumping. My heart was pumping there a little bit. My heart was pumping. I'm telling you that right now. Give me the mic. Give me the mic. Man, I'm sorry. I'm still a little shook by that. I'll tell you that right now. I'm still a little shook. Jesus Christ. We got the Keystoner in the place. What's going on to the Keystoner? Jesus. I mean, look, enough of that. Enough of the freaky, stupid troll terrorist names, please. All right? This is serious business. We're this close to the election, folks. We got to start taking this serious. You understand that? We got to start taking this stuff serious. Who else do we got here? Ghost bought secrecy. What the hell does that mean? What the hell does that mean? Who else do we got here? We got Ghosty Salads. Shut up. Hillary will win. Shove it up your ass. SWAT Ghost like a fly. You son of a... Damn it! I thought I told all you to shut up about that crap. Just shut your stupid faces about that crap. I'm telling you, man, that's not funny. That's not funny, man. I mean, that was really scary, man. Did y'all hear that episode? That was scary. Jesus Christ. Give me the mic. I mean, did y'all hear that episode, man? That was scary, man. Episode number 377, man. Baller Friday. A Baller Friday that I will never forget. I'll tell you that right goddamn now. Jesus Christ. We got Trump at Applebee's. What's going on? We got flaming nipple chops in the house. Jesus. We got the Norwegian capitalist. We got metal capitalist in the house. We got Chicago World Series. Chicago Cubs World Series. You know what? I don't know. I don't know. It's interesting to say the least that the curse of the goat is hopefully finally broken. All right, the curse of the goat. Anyway, who else do we got here, folks? I'm only going to take a couple more of these, and then we're going to get on with the show. We got to talk about some serious business here today. I mean, the elections are right around the corner. You got the lamestream media spreading slanderous lies, talking about how Hillary's in all kinds of leads in the polls. Give me a break. Where is she? She's not even out here stumping for herself. You got Elizabeth Warren talking garbage. You got Barack Obama talking garbage. You know what I'm saying? I mean, where is she? Hillary, where are you? And what crypt do they have you in your goddamn hospital bed, you incompetent, disgusting, corrupt criminal? Jesus Christ. What's going on? What's going on to Sergeant Yoda? What the heck? SWAT first, wet works next? You know what? Fuck you. Get out! That's not funny! That's not funny! Stop joking around about wanting me dead, asshole! You know what? That's it. I'm not doing any more Twitter shout-outs after that freaking SWAT first, wet works second. That's not funny at all. That's not funny at all. Seriously, man. I'm not joking. That's just not funny at all. Oh, my God. Yeah, that's enough. Give me the mic. Give me the mic. Jesus Christ. Wet works, asshole. That's not funny, man. I mean, I think they were referring to Seth Rich, if you want my personal opinion, about those Podesta emails when they make reference to wet works. That's my opinion. I think they were making reference to goddamn either Seth Rich or Anthony Scalia. Because both of those sons of bitches ended up dead under mysterious circumstances. Jesus Christ, man. Anyway, folks, let me calm my ass down here, folks, because, look, I can't afford to have the freaking cops called on me again. I want to be honest with you, all right? You know what I mean? I'm not joking around. I can't afford to have, the cops called on me over here and, them starting to think that this house, which is a very prominent house out here in San Antonio, I don't need them to, think that this is some kind of a troublemaker house or something. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the guy that owns this place, a really good friend of mine, is a very affluent member of this society, and at least I don't need him on, I don't need him on my bad side or on his bad side or vice versa. All right, I don't need that. All right, he's a good guy. I don't need you idiots because I'm sitting over here yelling at a bunch of goddamn troll terrorists and cyber vermin. I'm getting cops called on me for Christ's sake. Jesus Christ, man. All right, I'm going to move on to just the broadcast, folks, all right, because, I mean, this is serious, all right? We're in serious times here, and we are in the midst of the most important election in American history, all right? And let me tell you, the lamestream media is trying to spread this slanderous lie that somehow Hillary Rotten Clinton is somehow ahead in the polls, even though she can't draw anybody out to her goddamn rallies. She can't draw crowds. She can't stand up for more than 30 minutes. She can't talk without having her eyes go out of whack. I mean, there's a serious problem that's happening in the cult that is the Democratic Party. Because let me tell you, at this point in time, they are in such denial of the health problems of Hillary Clinton. They are in such denial about the corruption and criminality of the Democratic Party and Hillary Clinton. This is a cult, folks. This is an unadulterated, Heaven's Gate-like cult. I mean, I don't know what else you call this. I mean, what is it going to take before Democrats and people that are on the left that used to be at one point in time touting anti-corruption, at one point in time touting anti-war, now are falling hook, line, and sinker with what's going on with the Democrats. I mean, this is disgusting, man. I mean, seriously, this is disgusting, for Christ's sake. I'm not joking around. This is just disgusting what's happening right before our very eyes, for Christ's sake. But you see, not only are the mainstream media lying about polls, not only are they hyping fictitious sexual abuse cases, 3 weeks before an election, not only are they completely lying about Donald Trump's past and about, everything they've thrown at Donald Trump. You know what they're calling him now? They're calling him racist for saying that there needs to be something done about the international banks. And now, and look, I read this right off of the freaking Express newspaper out here in San Antonio, Texas. They were calling out Donald Trump on being an anti-Semitic because he's calling out international banks. Oh, man, now that's a stretch there, folks. Now, let me tell you, I can understand why maybe the ADL and so on and so forth may come out and, maybe want to have a talk with me about me saying, it was an accident, assholes, all right? It was an accident. But I can understand the derogatory interpretation of when I said one time I said it, and you idiots have never let me live it down when I said Jew too. Okay, I can understand that, okay? I completely understand that. But to say any criticism of international banks can now be construed as anti-Semitism. I mean, this is insane. This is insane. What, now you're a Nazi because you don't agree with the international banks? I mean, first and foremost, I thought that the Jewish community and the ADL would take offense to the fact that individuals would assume that everyone in international banks are a bunch of Jews. I mean, just assuming that, don't you think that could be interpreted as anti-Semitic? But no, this is a headline off of the San Antonio News out here, the newspaper, Express News, saying Donald Trump is anti-Semitic because he is criticizing the international banks. I mean, what, we can't criticize the international banks? We can't criticize the fact that they are using and abusing the fractional reserve banking system as a means to consolidate power and to basically rob the wealth of people in the first world, third world, and throughout the international community and consolidate the wealth for themselves. Because, folks, I don't know if you've been reading these WikiLeaks. That's exactly what's going on out here. That's exactly what's going on. What we are witnessing is a power grab by different factions. You've got the international political institutionalists, UN, EU, NATO. NATO is more of a military faction, but it's an international military faction. You've got international finance, which is the World Bank, the International Monetary Fund, the central banks throughout the international community. These international banks is what Donald Trump is discussing. And you see, we wouldn't be criticizing the international banks if they were appropriately applying fractional reserve banking in an application in which it benefits societies that they are serving in general. Because that was the mandate by, at least for the Federal Reserve here in America, by the Congress on the Federal Reserve. They were supposed to, prevent, these types of boom and bust type of scenarios when, in fact, they are the ones that are creating the boom and bust type scenarios. All right? Now, as far as I'm concerned, I don't think any criticism of the international banks is anti-Semitic. And if that's interpreted as anti-Semitic, folks, we're going into a direction that I never thought would be admitted. I never thought that it would be admitted that the Jewish elites certain faction of the Jewish elites control international finance. And, you know, this is something that was talked about during World War II. And it was discredited. It was viewed as anti-Semitic, so on and so forth. But, folks, in today's era, in today's world, if you can't criticize the international banks without them throwing the anti-Semitic card, there's something very wrong there in what it is. All right? What it is, it's a consolidation of power. Just as I was talking about earlier, the AT&T Time Warner merger, that right there is a consolidation of debt to purposely put themselves in a communication too big to fail scenario so the damn government can bail them out. And when the government bails them out, the government controls the communication industry, folks. So I am particularly perturbed at the fact that because Donald Trump is criticizing international banking and the mess that they made of the global economy, now all of a sudden he's anti-Semitic. I mean, how low can they go? How low can the media go? Obviously, I mean, there's not a depth to the bowels of their lowness. I mean, it's just disgusting, man. And you know what else they're talking to him about him being racist? He's racist because he's claiming that the elections are rigged. He's racist because there's a black president in power, and because the black president suggests that Russia is tampering with the voting machines, which is a bunch of crap, he puts in another mulatto or whatever black Jay Johnson of Department of Homeland Security to federalize elections, which is unprecedented. Which is unprecedented, for Christ's sake. I'm serious, folks. I'm not joking around. This is unprecedented, what is happening here. Federalizing of the elections, and this is why they're trying to spin this narrative in the media that if you are saying rigged elections, that you're a racist. You're a racist because Jay Johnson is a mulatto that's the Department of Homeland Security head. You're racist because we got a mulatto president that could care less about black people in power today. You're racist because the Department of Justice has a, disgusting-looking, short-looking, bull-dyke-looking broad named, Lynch, as the head of the Department of Justice. You're racist. You're calling the elections rigged. You're racist. Racist, racist, racist. You're all racist. Anybody who says that there's rigged elections, even though Obama talked about it in 2008, folks, all right, you can look up that clip. You can look up that clip where he was even worried about rigged elections. Remember, Kerry talked about the elections potentially being rigged when he ran against George W. Bush in 2004. Al Gore talked about rigged elections. You know what I'm talking about? And now when Donald Trump, the Trump train, everybody across the country brings up a genuine concern about voter fraud, about elections being rigged, now it's a conspiracy. Or now it's gone from being a conspiracy theorist to being racist. Now you're racist, all right? You're a damn racist now if you think the elections are rigged. You're a racist. Racist, racist, racist. Jesus Christ. I'm not joking around. What a joke. I mean, but this is the mainstream media is trying to spin this narrative, all right, that Donald Trump, calling out the international banks for the mess that they've done in the global economy is anti-Semitic, and claiming that the elections are rigged are racist against the mulattoes that are running the goddamn rigged election. Jesus, what a bunch of garbage that we're living in, man. What a bunch of corrupt, disgusting filth that we're living in. Our government is a disgusting, corrupt version of itself. As far as I'm concerned, I think a good 80 to 90% of these scumbags that are in Washington, D.C. should be arrested for treason. And look, all you got, the case can be made. Take a look at our imbalanced trade deals. Take a look at the $20 trillion in debt and where all that money went. Take a look at the DNC emails. Take a look at the institutionalization of both parties. Take a look at how both parties are in cahoots with one another. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. And I don't know what else it's going to take for you folks to realize. And I'm talking to you idiots that are on the fence. I'm talking about you stupid idiot Gary Johnson supporters. I'm talking about you moronic, kooky, freaking Jill Stein supporters. I don't know what it's going to take for you people to realize that the only viable, electable, anti-establishment candidate on the ticket today is Donald Trump. I don't know what it's going to take for you idiots to understand that, get that rolling around your stupid ass little noggins there. He is the only anti-establishment candidate, man. That's why every establishment, every institution, every global institution is against him. Even the political class of this system. Even the political class. Even the damn Republicans, these institutional Republicans are against him. They're trying to sabotage him. They've been trying to sabotage him ever since he ran for president. I don't know how much more anti-establishment you people need. I don't know how much more anti-establishment you folks need. I'm not joking around. What is it going to take? What is it going to take for you people to realize this? This government is corrupt. This government is corrupt. It is disgusting. It's filthy. And it's time for you to get up off your fat asses. It's time for you to get off the sideline and get on the front line, because the front line's right outside your goddamn door. And it's time for you to get political, and it's time for you to get political quick, boy. Because by God, what's justifying these disgusting psychopathic bureaucrats that are in power in government today, the reason that they're justifying their corruption, the reason why they're justifying their criminality is because they claim that you have fell asleep at the wheel when it comes to your political obligations. You have fallen asleep, and I'm talking about the people of America. We have fallen asleep at the wheel as it pertains to our political obligations. Because we, as the majority of America, do not practice our political process. And because we don't practice in our political process, we are falling victim to those that do. We are falling victims to those that are trying to change it, that are trying to change this country, that are trying to change the Constitution. And that's why I'm trying to persuade everybody that's within the sound of my voice. By God, we're getting very close to the election time, and it's time for everybody to start putting their eyes on the objective, and the objective is to make sure that Donald Trump is elected president by any means necessary. I'm talking about partaking in the meme wars, for Christ's sake, man. We need more meme war soldiers, for Christ's sake, man. Spread those memes out like wildfire, man. Make videos, man. Make whatever it takes. This crap sticks in the brains of people, man. Images, small words, very simple type of signage, very simple type of graphic work. It sticks in their heads. It sticks in their heads. And that's why I'm saying we need to come together as the Trump train, folks. I mean, it's getting closer and closer to this election. And I'm telling you, we got to go bare knuckle, man. If you don't want this country to fall, if you don't want this country to turn into a third world technocratic version of itself, if you don't want this country to become a two-tier system where you're either filthy rich or dirt poor, well then, by God, you need to get your heads out of your clogged up poopers and go out and not only vote for Donald Trump, but convince others to vote for Donald Trump. I mean, rent minivans and bring Trump people to the damn freaking polls if necessary. Do whatever it takes. It's that important. I mean, if you're a part of the Trump train, if you're a deplorable, then by God, you are a part of this revolution. Because that's what it is here. That's what we're witnessing right before our very eyes. That's why Donald Trump has rallies with 10, 20,000 people. This is a revolution. This is a peaceful revolution of the people trying to usurp power from the goddamn institutional bureaucrats that have sold us out and sold out our tax system. This is a peaceful revolution. But by God, these institutionalists in political power, these corporatists out here, you people better watch your ass. You people need to think or stop thinking that you're going to get away with all this corruption, that you're going to get away with all this criminality, and you're never going to be brought to justice. I think that you are sadly mistaken, each and every one of you criminals. I'm telling you, these people are living a warped sense of reality. These people actually believe that they're going to get away with all this corruption. They actually believe that they're going to, even amidst all the video documented evidence, even amidst all the WikiLeaks emailed evidence, even amidst everything, this warped sense of reality, they think they're going to get away with it. And we can't let them, folks. Do you understand me? We can't let them. Do you understand me? We got to go bare knuckle with these people. Go at them. God damn it, this is General Ghostler of the meme wars. Attack! 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 God damn it! I'm calling on the Trump train. I'm calling on the capitalist army. I'm calling on Ghostler youth. All right? This is the meme wars. This is the meme wars. Attack! Attack! Jesus Christ, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Partake in the meme wars. Partake in the meme wars. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for, goddammit? What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Jesus Christ. This is the meme wars, for Christ's sake. Attack! Attack! Shot! Shot! This is serious business, folks. I'm not joking around. This meme wars is serious business. We're dealing with a very stupid population here in America. We're dealing with a very dumb population with America, and they need to be hit in the face. They need to be hit in the face with facts. They need to be hit in the face with memes. They need to be hit in the face with the corruption and criminality. That's what I'm talking about, goddammit. I'm calling all the soldiers in the meme wars on this fiber optically connected world that we call the internet. I'm calling on you. I'm calling on you. We need more soldiers in the meme wars, for Christ's sake. And I'm not joking. I mean, look at this mainstream media. Look at them. They're throwing everything in the kitchen sink at us, for Christ's sake. We got to hit back. We got to hit back. Hit back harder. We got to hit back harder. Yeah, that's why I'm calling everybody that's listening to the sound of my voice. By God, I'm calling on you. I'm calling on you. It's time to create some memes, baby. Give me the mic. Give me the mic. It's time to start trolling these goddamn media, you know, that's lying to us, that are blatantly trying to shape our minds. We got to start trolling these sons of bitches. You understand that? These people look at us with smug-ass smiles as they're talking to us through the boob tube, thinking they're actually manipulating people when they are nothing. It's time to start trolling these dumbass bureaucratic institutionalists as well, folks. Do you understand that? It's time to start taking this serious. It's the meme wars, for Christ's sake. I have assumed command. Let's attack. Let's make the memes the best memes we can. Let's make fun of these stupid people. Let's make fun of the corruption and criminality so we can stick in the head of these losers. Because remember, a lot of these people are stupid. They're stupid. And that's why we have to make it simple. We got to make these memes simple so it can penetrate their minds and humiliate them. Utterly humiliate them for allowing themselves to be subjected to criminality and being driven by it, being motivated by it, being ambitious for it. Jesus Christ. Let me calm down here, folks, but I'm as serious as a heart attack about this, man. I mean, don't just sit there and shit post on a goddamn message board. Go out there to social media, all right? Get memes out there, videos viral, do whatever it takes. We need you, man. I'm serious. If you have any level of talent, all right, if you know how to make good quibs, if you know how to make good graphics, if you know how to make good videos, whatever it takes, charge, man. Charge. I'm not joking around. Charge, man. Oh, my God, my heart's beating like a rabbit, folks. But we got to beat these people. We got to beat them. Jesus Christ, folks. Oh, shit. Excuse my French, folks. I'm a little out of it, man. I hope that people heed my call. I hope they take the Trump train seriously. I hope you're taking it seriously. We're getting so close to the election. Even something as little as making a little stupid meme can do something, man. I'm not joking. Go out and do it. Troll these people. Make the memes. Charge! Jesus Christ. Look, I want to thank some people that are tweeting at me some of these memes. That's what I'm talking about here. All right? That's what I'm talking. We got to keep going. All right? I'm not Joe. We got to keep it going. We got to make videos. We got to do whatever it takes. You understand that? We got to make sure that those of us that want to make America great again are actually partaking in making sure that possibility becomes a goddamn reality. And by God, speaking of rigged elections, have you seen the latest Project Veritas video that absolutely proves without a freaking shadow of a doubt that Hillary Clinton and her campaign were directly involved with the election rigging that is being unearthed in the investigative videos, the undercover investigative videos that have been provided and have been conducted by Project Veritas. And if you're not aware of this, folks, I strongly advise you to go and look on YouTube for election rigging Donald Duck. All right, now for you folks that have not seen the video, I'm going to give you a little bit of a synopsis on what O'Keefe and his people have uncovered in this Project Veritas latest video. This is the third video of installments in which O'Keefe and Project Veritas are bringing out this evidence that they've accumulated through obviously months and months of investigation. So, without any further ado, folks, what they describe in this third video and what is highlighted and documented is the fact that not only, because we learned because of the videos last week that were put out by O'Keefe, that the Democratic Party is involved in not only election rigging, but instigating violence at Trump rallies, instigating assaults, instigating certain levels of police brutality. I mean, they're instigating this crap, and they're paid to do it. Well, folks, in this latest video, they got it directly from Hillary Clinton herself. that she wanted a Donald Duck. I mean, she wanted to troll Donald Trump with Donald Duck, meaning that she utilized her super PACs and her nonprofits to basically mask her direct linkage to utilizing agitation methods and utilizing copyrighted and trademark characters to promote one candidate over another, which, and look, I'm not too familiar with election laws and, election legalese, but according to the election laws, this is illegal. And this is one of many things that the Democrats under these videos have been highlighted doing that was illegal. Now, if you have not seen the video, folks, if you actually know where that video is, please tweet it at me. I will retweet that video right now so that everybody catches wind of it, for Christ's sake. Hey, man, that's actually a pretty good look, these are good memes that people are coming up with. You see, this is what I'm talking about here, folks. These are the types of memes I'm talking about. We got to keep them coming. You understand that? We got to continue to keep these memes coming, for Christ's sake. I'm not joking around. Anyway, anybody who can tweet me that particular video, I'll retweet it right here so you can get the credit for it, maybe get a couple of followers as a result. All right? Thank you very much. This is Rigging the Election video 3 is the one I'm talking about, in which they discuss the Donald Duck campaign, the Donald Duck trolling campaign that they highlight in the latest Project Veritas video. All right. Anyway, as we wait for that, folks, I don't understand what it's going to take for people to realize that if you vote for Hillary Clinton, you're voting for a criminal. And you might as well start selling drugs and prostituting your daughter. And I'm not joking around. I mean, if you're going to vote for Hillary Rodham Clinton, you might as well go and you might as well prostitute your daughter, because that's literally what you're doing. As a matter of fact, Project Veritas said, thank you, 727, for finding the video. Here is the third video here in the James O'Keefe investigative and the Project Veritas investigative reports. Check it out, Video Rigging 3. Oh man, everybody's posting it. Thank you, folks, very much. Wait a minute, I don't think this is it. Hold on, let me retweet that. Let me retweet one of these here, because I think this is it. Thank you very much, Goldner Adler. How you doing? There you go. Part 3, right there. Anyway, folks, these videos are getting more and more sick. They're getting more and more pathetic. And anyone who justifies this, I mean, literally, we should just come at people that are justifying these videos and WikiLeaks, just ask them, look, would you prostitute your daughter? I mean, would you sell drugs? Would you allow your son to sell drugs, pimp his girlfriend? I mean, because that's the kind of criminal activity you're dealing with in the DNC, for Christ's sake, man. This is organized crime. I don't understand why some prosecutor somewhere or somebody doesn't throw a lawsuit or somebody doesn't pursue charges in the RICO statute relating to the Democratic Party. I think the Democratic Party's corruption and criminality falls under the RICO statute of organized crime. I'm serious. It falls under the RICO statute of organized crime. And these people, because they fall under the RICO statute, they should be robbed of their Fifth Amendment privileges, because that's what happens under the RICO statute. It was made to basically take down the mafia, the Italian mob. I don't understand any more of an application to use on a case than the one here in the DNC for the RICO statute. Jesus Christ, man. I mean, the corruption is just disgusting, folks. I'm not joking around. I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to say. How much does it? Hell, is this goddamn thing on? I mean, this is serious business, folks. And on the theme of election rigging, have you heard about the George Soros connection in relation to the voting machines? Yeah, supposed to say Smartmatic, one of the voting machines involved in this election is a chairman by the name of Mark Malik Brown, which is a former United Nations official and now sits on the board of George Soros' Open Society Foundation. We've got somebody who belongs to George Soros' Open Society sitting as chairman of the board to one of these voting machines that is in charge of electing a new presidential candidate. I mean, give me a goddamn break. Wake up. Wake up, man. I mean, how is this not corruption? How is this not a conflict of interest? How is this not illegal? How is this not illegal?
Changing a song can change your whole day, but change has never been this powerful. At Nissan's Year of the Truck and SUV event, we're rolling out our capable new lineup and big savings. Shop your local Nissan store and choose Nissan.com. Offers end soon.
The chairman of the board of one of these major voting machine companies is sitting on the board of the freaking George Soros Open Society Foundation. I mean, wake up, man. George Soros, of course, one of the biggest contributors to the Black Lives Matter uprisings and the agitation that you're seeing all across the country. George Soros, the man who's also in charge of donating probably the most by a single person to Hillary Rodham Clinton's campaign, for Christ's sake. And now he's got one of his operatives from his Open Society Foundation sitting as the chairman of the board of one of the major voting machines that is in charge of electing the next president. I mean, can somebody please answer me, how is this not corruption? How? How? I mean, what is it going to take? I mean, is it going to take George Soros coming out and just shoving it in your face? You know, him coming out and,
yes, I am George Soros, and I own the election machines because they're mine. Your elections are mine. Your government is mine. Your presidential candidate is mine. Everything is mine. Your filthy children are mine. Your mother's coochie is mine. Everything is mine. Your people think that you are alive because you survive on your own, and you survive because of me. Because your life is mine. And you all need to understand that I am George Soros. And I am the Prince of Darkness. And all of your filthy lives, all of your useless dreams, everything is mine. It's all mine. Everything is mine. The election is mine. Hillary Clinton is mine. The Republican and Democratic Party are mine. Everything is mine. And I am George Soros. And when I die, and I finally go and meet my father, the Satan himself, my son, Alex Soros, will come and take over, and everything will be his. So I am George Soros. And I want you all to bow to me. I want you all to kiss my ring right now. Get on your knees and you kiss my ring. I own your life. I own your family. I own your children. I own the children that you don't even have yet. I own your sperm. I own your eggs. I own everything. And I am George Soros. And I will show you all true power.
I mean, is he going to have to literally come out and say that for you idiots to finally realize that this guy has to be arrested, at the very minimum arrested? Huh? I'm serious. I mean, is that what he's going to have to say? Huh? I mean, Jesus Christ. I don't know what it's going to take for you people to realize that this is serious business here, all right? This is serious goddamn business. It's time for you people to start realizing what's going on. Hey, thank you, Tom. Here, I'm going to retweet this tweet. George Soros' contributions to his best-funded PAC, Priorities USA, he gave $8.5 million to that PAC alone. There it is right there. Why is this son of a bitch blowing so much money to do this? Because he wants to take down America. His son, Alex Soros, bragged about it on Instagram. He showed pictures of a variety of different countries' flags, and then stated in the Instagram which one of these flags will fall first. I mean, the arrogance of this asshole, the arrogance of these people. Jesus Christ, man, it makes me sick. Good God. Anyway, let me move on, folks. But once again, a George Soros operative, chairman of the board to one of the major voting machines that are being used across the country to elect the next president. Oh, yeah, no conflict of interest there, huh? Anyway, folks, I want to talk a little bit about a really horrific story that I'm reading here, and I cannot believe that this is actually happening. But then again, folks, this is Democratic policy for you. Y'all wanted Democrats. You got it. Here it is. The Pentagon is now starting to demand soldiers to return their re-enlistment bonuses. Yeah. I mean, I could not believe when I read this story, for Christ's sake, man. I could not believe it. I could not believe it, for heaven's sake, man. I couldn't believe it. I can't. I mean, and look, folks, it's starting in California first, but I believe that this particular program, I guess, that's being implemented by the Pentagon to force soldiers that got re-enlistment bonuses from man, they got some pretty big bonuses too. They got $15,000, $20,000 re-enlistment bonuses, and then they served their time and fought valiantly in a war that I don't really even know they should have been in at this point in time. And now you've got the Pentagon wanting these poor soldiers, many of which are probably mentally scarred, if not physically battered themselves, if not disabled. They want these soldiers to pay back their re-enlistment bonuses. And folks, this is like, these were re-enlistment bonuses that were, given in 2006, 2007, and 2008. I mean, just imagine, here you are, and let's say you did your time in the military, and you've already forgotten about that re-enlistment bonus, and you're living your life. Here you are, 2016. The Pentagon gives you a letter or contacts you stating that you need to pay back that re-enlistment bonus. Oh man, I mean, I'm serious. Let me tell you, that's revolution stuff right there, folks. I'm not joking around. I mean, that's revolution kind of stuff right there. And I strongly advise everybody who's in the military to take notice what's happening. It's being rolled out first in California because, of course, California is pure cuckery. But now, I mean, if nobody makes too much of a fuss about it, I personally believe that the Pentagon is going to continue doing it. The Pentagon is going to continue rolling out, having members of the military pay back their re-enlistment bonuses. I cannot believe this, folks. I mean, I'm in shock. I'm in shock that this is happening in today's America. But then again, folks, this is Democrats. You understand that? These are Democrats. This is what a Democratic-run government looks like. They take a dirty, yellow, bubbly piss on everybody in America except their bureaucratic selves and those that kiss their bureaucratic asses and those that donate to their bureaucratic campaigns. And that's a fact. That's how come we are here in the current situation we are in America today, folks. I mean, I cannot believe this, man. I mean, you've got the Pentagon forcing soldiers that have already did their time, that served their country valiantly, to pay back re-enlistment and bonuses up to $15,000, $20,000, $25,000 that they already forgotten about, that they got in 2007, 2008. What is going on here, man? I mean, is the United States government trying to induce some sort of level of unrest? Are they trying to induce service industry members to possibly go a little postal, for a lack of a better term? I personally believe that's what they're doing. I personally believe that this disgusting, despicable scumbag government, this international bureaucratic agent of government that we have in our system today, I personally believe that they are doing this so that they can purposely induce some level of reaction by ex-veterans that are going to feel scorned, that are going to feel upset, that are going to feel angry about having to pay back their re-enlistment and bonuses. I strongly believe that, folks. And look, mark my words. All right, and look, I hate to make prognostications like this, man, but I can already see it. Mark my words that once they start forcing these people, and I'm talking these valiant veterans, the people that serve their country valiantly, once they start docking this out of their pay, once they start forcing them to pay back these enlistment bonuses under the threat of bad credit, under the threat of anything, just mark my goddamn words. You're going to have veterans induced into reacting in a very violent capacity, because not only are they, folks, it's not just the re-enlistment payback. They're not getting health care. They're not getting any kind of benefits that are duly obligated to them. They're not getting any of this stuff. They're being completely negated and neglected by our system. So that's why I'm saying, folks, what's going on here is a very scary proposition, and I personally believe that our government is trying to induce a violent situation with some of our members of the veteran community. And I think it's utterly disgusting and sick. Now, why would the government do that, folks? To justify why veterans shouldn't have guns anymore. To justify why veterans could possibly be on no-fly lists. To justify veterans to be on TSA lists so they can be pat down anytime they use any kind of means of transportation. I mean, that's what I'm saying, folks. I'm not joking around. I mean, why else would they be doing this? Why else would they be forcing members of the military who have already served their country? Why exactly would they be doing this and forcing members of the military who have already served their country to go and force them to pay back their re-enlistment bonuses? I'm serious. I mean, there is no other logical basis other than to induce violence. That's it. I'm serious, man. Induce violence. That's what this government's trying to do. And they've been trying to do it, folks. And look, Tom, you know, this guy, he is the Capitalist Army researcher, and he's been researching the hell out of these WikiLeaks emails and other such information that has been dumped out here. Here's D-Ray, our old friend D-Ray. Y'all remember D-Ray? Old D-Ray McKesson, Mr. HIV, AIDS advocate, gay, Black Lives Matter leader? Well, check this out. He works closely with Sherilyn, I guess, Eiffel of the NAACP, and guess what? She's also an open society member, huh? Here, I'm going to retweet that right there. I mean, do you understand what I'm saying? This government with the globalists, and I hate to use the term globalist, but the globalists are using the term themselves. I use the term international bureaucratic institutionalist But now these people, the people that are involved with this whole global conspiracy are even calling themselves globalists, for Christ's sake. But once again, these globalist folks, I mean, they are trying to take down America. They are trying to take down America. I don't understand what it's going to take for you people to realize this. I mean, the emails show that not only the DNC want to keep you stupid and dumb, they want to keep you divided. And they want to use George Soros' Open Society and his money to do so. I mean, God damn it, wake up! Wake up, for Christ's sake, man! Tired of saying all this facts to you people, and you people are just sitting there partaking the meme wars! Partaking the meme wars! Hail Ghostler! Hail Ghostler! Hail Ghostler! Hail the Ghostler youth! Hail the Ghostler youth! It's time to get off the sidelines and get on the front lines. I mean, by God, Pentagon demanding soldiers to return re-enlistment bonuses. I mean, good God! I don't know what else to say after that, folks. I'm serious. I don't know what the hell else to say. I mean, this government is inducing violence. I mean, this is an obvious inducement into violence by our veterans. And I look, just watch. Once a veteran finally acts because of this, they're going to justify putting veterans on no gun sales. They're going to put veterans on no-fly lists. I'm telling you, this is what this is all about, demonizing veterans. Why? Because they're the ones that could potentially fight back in a bureaucratic takeover. Yeah. They're the ones that could fight back if this dumbass bureaucratic government system tries to do what the EU's done to its member states. Yeah. I mean, that's what it's all about, man. I mean, I can't believe people can't see this. I mean, is there nobody else seeing this crap? Good God, man. I'm just thinking about the fact that our Pentagon is trying to take back the re-enlistment bonus. I mean, it makes me sick. It makes me want to puke. I mean, I'm gagging. I'm gagging, for Christ's sake. Jesus Christ. Anyway, folks, let me move on to the next subject matters, all right? Anyway, next subject matter I'm going to talk about is the socialist leftist Pope Francis. This stupid, sorry sack of crap. I'm sorry. If you're a Catholic, folks, I'm not trying to disrespect your, well, maybe I am, maybe I'm not. Who cares? All right? That's why we have free speech, all right? But Pope Francis has got to be one of the biggest hypocrites. And look, there's been a good line of hypocrites in the Catholic faith, folks. I'll tell you that right now. One of which is Mother Teresa, which is the angel of death. I mean, if you've not seen the documentary by Christopher Hitchens called Mother Teresa, the Angel of Death, I strongly advise you to view that particular documentary and see who in the hell Mother Teresa really is, okay? But socialist leftist Pope Francis, guess where he decided that he was going to go do his hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. He decided to go take his little fish hat wearing shindig to Venezuela. Oh, that's right, folks. That's right. Pope Francis is in Venezuela right now, visiting Nicolas Maduro. Why? I have no idea, even though Nicolas Maduro is starving his entire population. Literally, dogs and cats are no more because the people have eaten them. People are going into landfills and eating garbage. Children are fainting in Venezuelan schools because there's not enough food to go around. I mean, I can go on and on. Meanwhile, you've got Nicolas Maduro, a fat burrito-eating piece of garbage, sitting in some palace somewhere, feeding his fat ass. I'm serious. Have y'all seen Nicolas Maduro? Have you seen the pot belly on this son of a bitch, for Christ's sake? And this asshole has the audacity to starve his own people based on communist principles, huh? I mean, give me a break. And you see, why is Pope Francis over there with Nicolas Maduro anyway? Well, I'm just saying, why is he over there with Nicolas Maduro? I mean, he should be chastising this man. I mean, this man, Nicolas Maduro, because of his corruption, because of his lack of compassion to his own people, is starving his people to death. Folks, research Venezuela and take a look at what's going on down there, folks. I'm serious. It is a tragedy, an international tragedy that no one's talking about. People are emaciated down the street. There's literally no food. People are eating dogs and cats. They're going into the Venezuelan jungles, eating, jungle bushmeat, for Christ's sake. I mean, this is not a joke. People are dying in droves in the hospitals because they don't have the proper medical equipment, because the socialist communist government of Maduro didn't allocate enough resources for it. They're having rolling blackouts for like 4 or 5 hours at a time a day. I mean, it is just a complete and utter just mess. And you see, folks, this all has everything to do with the communist government of Venezuela. It was their consolidation and centralization of power that created the current situation that Venezuela's in. And now you got the Pope over here trying to, have a circle jerk with Nicolas Maduro over this goddamn crap? I mean, give me a break, Pope! Give me a break! I'm sick of seeing that stupid googly-eyed Pope, man! Screw you, Pope Francis! I spit in your unholy face! I spit in your unholy fat face! You're not a holy man! You're a fat fraud! You're a fat, googly-eyed fraud! And look, I challenge you, Popey. I challenge you on your own spirituality, for Christ's sake. You are a fraud! You are not a man of God, for Christ's sake. You are somebody that's championing the most evil of ideas, the most bloodthirsty of ideas, the most human separative of ideas. I'm sick of it, man. Screw you, Pope Francis. You know what, Pope Francis? I wish this was your face. I wish this was your face. And you know what I'll do? I'll tell you what I'll do. I'd slap Pope Francis around a little bit until he started crying, until he started, don't do it. He starts praying to whatever freaking God he thinks that he's supposed to be the man for out here. He starts praying for that God. Oh, please tell him not to hit me, God. Please tell him. And it just keep hitting him to and keep praying to your God there, Popey. Look at, yeah, keep praying to your God there, Popey. Fucking, yeah, let's see if God comes and helps your ass when I slap you around. You know what God's going to do? He's going to be like, that's what he's going to do. I'm sorry, I hate that Pope, man. I don't like that Pope one bit. I think he's a fraud. He's a piece of crap. Why Catholics are falling in line with this idiot, I have no idea. I have no idea. Jesus Christ, folks. Anyway, I'm done. And look, we're well into the third hour of the True Capitalist radio broadcast. And, of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me. Once again, follow me on Twitter, folks, if you have not already done so. The Twitter name to follow is Politics Ghost. All one word, no underscores. Politics Ghost is the name to follow. And, of course, you can download every one of my episodes that I have ever conducted on this broadcast since 2008. You can download it at blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That is the official website of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. It is blogtalkradio.com/ghost. All right? Anyway, folks, I want to get to the last subject matter here, and then we're going to move on to something I want to go off on, and then we'll get to Radio Graffiti. Now, I don't know if you've heard the latest Chinese president, Xi Jinping, I think that's how you pronounce his name. He's decided that he is going to crack down, and he has punished over 1 million Chinese communist officials for, quote, corruption. Yeah, throwing a lot of them in jail, taking away a lot of their money. Basically what he's doing, folks, is he's consolidating power. All right, Xi Jinping is trying to consolidate power and trying to be the new Chairman Mao at this point in time. I mean, that is the only explanation one can give for him conducting this 1 million Chinese official arresting and purging, for a lack of a better term. And I think everybody should look at this and be very, very, very pessimistic about this move. I mean, let's just look at the belligerence that China has been conducting itself in the international community. I mean, take a look at the belligerence it's been doing in the South China Sea. Take a look at some of the saber rattling it's doing with the Philippines. You know, now all of a sudden the Philippines and China, even though they had a dispute in the World Court that ruled in favor of the Philippines, now all of a sudden they're doing deals together. So this is a very weird situation happening with China, folks, and I think everybody needs to be aware of it and be very concerned that we have Xi Jinping consolidating power and trying to, I mean, he literally just arrested 1 million Chinese communist government officials. And I guarantee you that those 1 million Chinese government officials weren't necessarily highly favorable to Xi Jinping. So, once again, folks, I don't know what the hell's going on in China. I'd be very concerned if I were everybody out here. All right? All right, so once again, before I move on to the next subject matter, I'd like to go ahead and consider, we have to bring in this idiot, for Christ's sake. Anyway, I talked about the Communist government of China. Now we have to bring in a representative of the Communist government of China to rebut any criticisms that yours truly has ever done here within the past, I guess, 5 minutes. I've been talking about China, for Christ's sake, and about Xi Jinping, or whatever the hell his name is, Ping Pong Pang, whatever the hell his name is consolidating power by arresting over, 1 million of these Chinese officials, for Christ's sake, all right? So, without any further ado, before I mispronounce another Chinese name of like cream of some young whore, let's go ahead and, do you got him on the horn there, engineer, by any chance? All right, well, Jesus Christ. I hate when this guy comes up on here, but hey, look, folks, we're obligated to do this because Blog Talk Radio is broadcasted within the borders of China. And, I don't know, man. Mr. Fortune Cookie, are you there, sir? Jesus Christ. Oh.
You see, you motherfucker out there talking all kinds of garbage about the Communist government of China. You don't know nothing, Ghost. Xi Jinping is doing the right thing. We need to root out corruption in the Communist government of China. And that's what Xi Jinping is doing. So for all you stupid, dumb American motherfucker that want to talk garbage about the Communist government of China, you need to start talking garbage. Because I tell you, motherfucker, Communist government, we own all your debt, motherfucker. We own all your debt. We own your country, America. We own your motherfucker country, motherfucker. So, for all you stupid American motherfucker talking garbage about the communist government of China, we taking a yeast. We taking a yeast of all you motherfucker talking garbage about the communist government of China. And we're going to put all you motherfucker into re-education camp. We'll put all you motherfucker into a re-education camp. And that includes you too, Ghost. We got you, Ghost. We want you. We don't want you in re-education camp. We want to put you in execution. We want to turn you into a Soylent Green, motherfucker. That's right. And you know something? You want to know why we do what we do? You want to know why we do what we do? We do it for Chairman Ma! We do it for Chairman Ma! We do it for Chairman Ma! Oh no! My stomach hurt. Oh no! Oh no! Bad egg roll! Oh no! I have nothing else to say. I am Mr. Fortune Cookie. Thank you very much. All right, get this here. Get him off. Shut him up and get him off of here. Shut him up. Jesus Christ, man. I'm sick of, I wish I could blindfold that asshole with dental floss. I'm tired of him, man. I'm tired of him. But no, we're broadcasted within the freaking boundaries of the communist government of China over here, and we gotta give this goddamn son of a bitch airtime on my show every time I talk about China. That's just ridiculous, man. That's just ridiculous. That stupid almond-eyed son of a bitch. Anyway, look, that's enough. Look, folks, that's enough about China, okay? Let's move on to a look, I'm only going to go on through. I'm just going to touch on this subject matter real quick. All right, I'm going to touch on this subject real quick, and then I'm going to move on to radio graffiti. Now, I've been the unfortunate recipient of a bunch of attention whore crybabies in the past couple of weeks. Okay, now I'm not going to name any names. Okay. But, we've had a few people, unfortunately, within the inner circle itself, that have, pulled off attention whore-like antics, in which is kind of pathetic, kind of juvenile, kind of immature, kind of ridiculous, okay? And it's been more than one person, okay? Just bottom line, I don't want to say this. I'm not singling out anybody. There's been more than one person. Now, what I'm noticing also, folks, is that the majority of these people doing this meaningless, useless attention whoring, Munchausen syndrome type of scenario are under the age of 18 years old. You know what I mean? They're under the age of 18 years old. And I'm starting to realize something. I'm starting to realize that ever since the schools started implementing this anti-bullying campaign, in schools where, now you got to report bullies now. okay? Go ahead and tattletale, okay? All right? And there's no bullying anymore, okay?
Ever since we just kind of took out bullying as a part of the social construct of growing up, we are producing entirely too many disgusting, soft, attention whorish, self-centered, just complete lack of responsibility pieces of pussified crap. All right? I mean, the absolute pussification of the American male has been implemented because the anti-bullying campaign of America. All right? And I personally believe, all right, in my personal opinion, that all these dumbass little spoiled brats really need, all right, is a decent beating. I mean, that's all they really need. They need to get the pussification beaten out of them, all right? I'm sorry. I'm not joking, man. I mean, I'm tired of these stupid kids out here, I'm crying or, I'm attention whoring. And then when you call them out on it, they're in complete denial. You want to know why they're in complete denial? And they'll give you excuse after excuse after excuse after excuse on why they're attention whoring. Because everybody takes their excuses. They're disgusting single whore mothers, the dumbass teachers in their schools. All these people take these dumbass excuses, all right?
That isn't just the sound of the all-new 2016 Mercedes-Benz GLC being put through its paces. It's the sound of innovation. The innovation behind one of the most advanced SUVs on the road today. With multiple driving modes, a suite of intelligent drive systems, and a technology-filled cabin that sets new standards in modern luxury. This is what innovation sounds like. Now, discover what it feels like in a 2016 Mercedes-Benz GLC.
Some equipment described as optional.
That isn't just the sound of the all-new 2016 Mercedes-Benz GLC being put through its paces. It's the sound of innovation. The innovation behind one of the most advanced SUVs on the road today. With multiple driving modes, a suite of intelligent drive systems, and a technology-filled cabin that sets new standards in modern luxury. This is what innovation sounds like. Now, discover what it feels like in a 2016 Mercedes-Benz GLC.
Some equipment described as optional.
And I'm sorry, folks, I personally believe that a lot of these males specifically need to get their goddamn ass beat. All right, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. I'm tired of these fruity-ass little pussy-whip versions of children that are being produced today. And I look, not only does it have to do with the anti-bullying campaign, all right, but it also has a lot to do with taking goddamn daddy out of the goddamn equation of the family, okay? So what I'm suggesting is we need more bullying. We need more bullying for schools. Now, I know that there's some of you people that are out here saying, well, Ghost, I was bullied, and they slapped me around, and I had to tell my mommy, and I had to tell the teacher, and oh, yeah? How has that worked out for you in life? You're still a pathetic, useless individual that still cries to mommy anytime you have a goddamn problem, instead of growing a sack, nutting up and shutting up and acting like you got a freaking answer because you're a man. All right? I'm serious, man. We need more bullying in schools. I'm sorry. I'm tired of pussification being produced out here in these new males that are happening in this country. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. And look, I'm not trying to say that I wasn't bullying or I wasn't bullied myself. I mean, I was bullied. I mean, let me tell you a story, all right? I was bullied, all right? I was bullied by some kids because, I had nice stuff at the time when I was like a teenager. I had a lot of nice shoes, I looked, I guess better than most of these kids that were out here at the school at the time. It was a long time ago. And let me tell you something. I was bullied myself, all right? I was bullied myself. And, I went to my parents and was like, oh, these guys are making fun of me and they're pushing me around or slapping me around or kicking my ass and all this crap, right? And you know what my dad said? I'll tell you what my dad said. He said, stop being a crybaby and go over there and kick their ass. All right? So, you know what I did? I had to take it upon myself to figure out what is it going to take for this dumbass bully to leave me alone. And this is a dangerous bully, folks. This wasn't just some guy, slapping me in the back of the head, putting "kick me please" signs and kicking my derriere. No. This was a hardcore thugger. Well, when I mean thugger back then, it was one of these guys that carried a freaking knife. He would fight with a belt. You know what I mean? Like he'd take off his belt and start, whipping you with the belt buckle and so on and so forth, right? So I knew that. I knew that if I was going to stand up to him, he'll pull out a knife. You know what I mean? He'll potentially maybe pull out a belt or something. So what I did was this, all right? Now, look, when I say this, I'm not advising anybody to do this. I'm not advising anybody to do anything like this. But I wasn't going. I'm a man. At that point, when this asshole, was like trying to scare me and pull a knife on me, I wasn't going to take it. I wasn't going to take it. So what I did one day, I knew that these assholes were going to come at me. Well, this one guy and his little crew there, they were going to come at me after school. Okay? They were going to come at me after school, walked home after school. So what I did is when I would go home, I got some cans of soda pop. All right, when I was coming to school, because I knew that these sons of bitches were going to, they were going to kick my ass or at least intimidate me or bully me, right? I took a pillowcase from the house and put it in my little sack and put a lot of sodas in the sack, kept them in my locker until the end of the day. The end of the day came around. I got those soda pops, all right, and I put them in the goddamn pillowcase. I love this story. I'm sorry. Anyway, I'm walking with these two sacks, okay? And this guy comes up to me, you know what I'm saying, once again with his boy. And before he even said anything, before he even made a move, I took the pillowcase with the soda pops and started beating his fucking face. Oh, man. Let me tell you something. I hit him about 2 or 3 times, and he fell like a freaking rock, all right? His boys were right there in complete shock. They were in complete shock that I even pulled off something so literally, like, shocking, all right? Anyway, the guy's literally on the floor. He's bleeding, His boys are like, why did you do that? Why did you do that? I can't believe, I'm going to tell, and all this crap, all right? So what I did is I just ran home, all right? I threw the bloody cans away in the goddamn pillowcase in like one neighborhood's freaking trash can, all right? And literally went home and like sat in my room, and I was a little scared, to say the least, all right? I'm a little scared, all right, because I thought I was going to get in some trouble, all right? But the next day at school, that son of a bitch never touched me again. Never bothered me again. And not only did he never bother me again, nobody in that school ever bothered me again. Ever. And the cool part about that bully is that he didn't tell anybody. He didn't go tell the teacher. I mean, this was outside of school. This was after school. He didn't tell anybody. I think, the only people that literally saw it were like the group of kids that were around that literally saw me like, boom, just pounding his head. And look, I wasn't trying to kill the guy, all right? I mean, I was just trying to incapacitate him and knock him out and prove a point, all right? Now, people are saying that's pretty harsh, Ghost, on Twitter. I can't believe that's pretty violent. Hey, man, I'm not going to sit over here and be bullied, all right? I'm not going to sit here and be bullied. All right? I'm not a chump, man. I learned back then, I think I was about maybe 13 years old, I think I was about 13, maybe about 14 years old when this happened. And let me tell you, after that, nobody ever messed with me again. You know what I'm saying? Nobody messed with me. Nobody wanted. Nobody. Everybody got out of my way. You understand what I'm saying? So anyway, what I'm saying is I believe that there needs to be more bullies of this nature so that males, they can either do one of two things. They can be the bully or the bullied. And two things happens to both. They both eventually get their asses kicked or they kick ass. Okay? Bullies, they usually get their asses kicked and they get their asses kicked bad, and then they stop bullying real quick. Okay? People that are bullied, they finally fight back and kick a bully's ass, and they get the confidence to realize that they don't have to be bitch slapped around like a bunch of pussies anymore. You know what I'm saying? So, one more thing before I move on to regular graffiti. Always remember that there is no such thing as a fair fight. Okay? I hate when people say, "Oh, you're not fighting fair. That's not fair. You're not fighting fair." There is no goddamn there's no such thing as a fair fight, man. All right? There's no such thing as a fair fight, especially if you're being bullied. If you're being bullied and everybody knows you're being bullied by a guy, and then you beat the living bejesus out of him, no, I mean, people are going to be like, well, hey, you bullied the kid. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you've got that leverage. If you're being bullied and you beat the crap out of a bully, people are going to be like, well, you're a hero. But if you live your entire life like a little pussy whip, little mama's boy, little bitch, crying, making excuses for everything, failing to take responsibility for any of your stupid actions, well, this is what you get. You get a bunch of pussy whip generation, pre-teenage bunch of fruity asses. That's what you got out here. I mean, they crybabies, emotional nutcases, people that are a couple of fruitcakes away from a picnic, for Christ's sake. I mean, seriously, man. I'm not joking. I mean, I think that men need to, be checked. I'm serious. Men need to be checked, man. I'm serious. Hey, look, it's not like I haven't gotten my ass beat before, too. I mean, once I kicked that bully's ass, I thought I was a badass, I started pushing people around. It's just human nature. You just start doing that crap. Then, you know what? I pushed the wrong guy, all right? All right, and unfortunately, this guy had about 3 or 4 different fellers with him that weren't afraid to, partake in some rolling. And unfortunately, I got jumped. I got beat up. It happens, all right? It humbles you. You know what you do after that, though? You know what you do? You think about it for a little bit. You're like, you know what? Maybe, just maybe, I shouldn't have talked that garbage right then and there. Maybe I should have just kept my mouth shut, and maybe I should have just looked at him hard or something. I mean, you start thinking a little bit. But I'm telling you right now, these teenagers that are around today, I'm really sick of them, man. I can't stand them. I really cannot stand the modern-day teenager of today. What a bunch of fruity-ass pussies, all right? Seriously, what a bunch of fruity-ass pussies that this new generation has turned out to be. Unbelievable, all right? That's why I'm saying we need more bullying in school, all right? Seriously, you schools, you need to take your hand out of bullying and start actually teaching these kids how to read, teaching them how to add, subtract, multiply, and divide. Who cares about how they are socially? Let them deal with that on their own. Tired of all this anti-bullying crap, man. I'm tired of it. And and before I'm gonna get on to Radio Graffiti. Hold on. There are these subjects, these news stories. Oh, he was bullied so bad he killed himself. They killed him. He killed himself because he was so bullied. He was so badly bullied. You know what? People don't kill themselves because they're bullied. You want to know why they're killing themselves, folks? Because they're taking psychotropic drugs. That's why. They're taking psychotropic drugs mixed with the emotional instability of being a cartoon fetish mama's boy. That's why. I mean, if these children were not under psychotropic drugs, I'm talking about all these Prozacs and Xanaxes and all that crap, all of it, we wouldn't be seeing the high rate of suicides to supposed bullying. And I'd like to strongly advise everyone who has had a friend who's killed themselves because, he was bullied to death. And I'd like for you to do an investigation on whether or not that kid was taking Prozac or taking psychotropic drugs or taking any kind of brain drugs. All right? And that's all there is to it, man. I mean, it's the brain drugs that are screwing up these children and making them commit suicide because, I'm so bullied. I'm sorry, man. I don't feel sorry for anybody who commits suicide. I really don't. Sorry, I don't. I'm sorry. I don't feel sorry for anybody that commits suicide. I don't. I really don't. I don't care. I mean, everybody was like, Robin Williams, he killed himself. I mean, so what? He killed himself. Great. He wanted out. Why should we care? You know what I'm saying? I mean, if he didn't care, why should we care? I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. I mean, if somebody doesn't care about themselves to kill themselves, then why in the hell should we give two rats' asses? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm asking, man. So, as I'm stating, folks, if you ever hear somebody that committed suicide because, I got bullied, and I'm so bullied, check what's in their medicine cabinet, all right? Check what's in their goddamn medicine cabinet. I'm not joking around. I mean, because, you know what, forget about it. Let's move to radio graffiti already, because I think I'm already looking at Twitter, and it's obvious that there's a group of kids already that are like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? I mean, I take psychotropic drugs, and there's nothing wrong with me, guy. I'm taking psychotropic drugs right now, and there's nothing wrong with me. I'm perfectly fine. I've never felt better in my life. Yeah, and then once they can't have their video game, they start having a freaking triggered meltdown and acting like a freaking, stupid, fruity-ass, you know what? I don't care. You know what? I really don't care. I don't care. And somebody saying, if I get famous, this will haunt me. No, it won't. No, it won't, man. I mean, you know who I care about? I care about people who care about themselves, man. Oh, people talk about, what about the 22 veterans that die a day? Hey, why don't you take a look at what's in their medicine cabinet too, sir? All right? I'm telling you, and not to mention, why don't you take a look at what they've been pumping these veterans with? All right? I'm talking injecting them with. So I don't blame veterans, first of all. See, now you're trying to play cafeteria with this crap. Look, veterans that commit suicide, once again, take a look at what they're taking, man. Take a look at what they're taking. Take a look at what they've been subjected to. Anyway, and look, people are, I can see people are like, oh, man, you don't know anything about mental health, and you don't know anything about... I mean, who cares, man? I mean, seriously, you know what mental health is, in my opinion? Oh, poor me. Somebody love me. Somebody care about me. Please love me. That's really all mental health is as far as I'm concerned, all right? I mean, unless you're a true, schizophrenic, you're seeing things and you're talking to people that ain't there or something of that nature. I understand that. You're sick. But I'm talking about these people that, I'm depressed. I got bipolar. I mean, give me a break, man. I'm sorry. I don't take psychotropic drugs, all right? I don't believe in psychotropic drugs. I don't believe in all this, mental health crap. I really don't, man. I don't. I'm sorry. I do not. I think it's an excuse for weak people to make excuses on why their lives suck. And that's really what it is. That's all psychology is. It's an excuse for loser people to explain why their lives are they suck. They suck. So anyway, let me go ahead and move on to the everybody's favorite part of the broadcast, and I'm talking about radiography. That's right, folks. Radio graffiti, the part of the broadcast where the spectators become a part of the spectacle. All you've got to do is give me a call right now at 425-390-6146. And when I call on your area code, you've got exactly 3 to 4 seconds to say whatever it is that's on your mind. That's why we call this radio graffiti, all right? All right? And let's go ahead and get to it right now. Now people are tweeting at me, hey, I actually have clinical depression. I bought a dog. Look, I don't want to hear it, man. I don't care. I really don't care about your mental issues. I don't care, all right? I do not give a crap. You know what I care about? Seriously, you want to know why I do what I do, man? I'm trying to do this for the capitalists of this country and the world. Because you want to know what capitalists are? There are individuals who don't make excuses. Who don't bitch and moan about the bad times and don't, act like a goddamn freaking man-child on the good times. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, that's who I feel sorry for. I feel sorry for the working capitalists. For the working capitalists that are trying to bust their ass, that are working hard just so that they can sustain themselves a decent lifestyle. I mean, capitalists out here, true capitalists, they don't have time to bitch and moan and cry and be depressed and talk about, oh, my mom, my daddy, oh, my life, and oh, my kids and all this crap. You want to know why? Because capitalists are too busy trying to carve out their own destiny. Capitalists are too busy trying to make their dreams come true. Jesus Christ, man. Anyway, let's get to some frickin' radio graffiti. Do we have any radio graffiti callers, engineer? All right, folks. Well, let's go ahead and get to some radio graffiti right now. All right, anonymous radio graffiti. We got Boogie the Clown, radio graffiti.
I can watch fucking Netflix on my fucking controller while I'm motherfucking playing Super Mario Brothers. Because I want to look at 6 or 7 or 12, 14 screens at the same time. Maybe I can get some screens implanted into my fucking ass. Maybe I can sit on a giant fucking screen and I can play Mario with my fucking stinger. I squeeze my asshole tight to gum.
What the hell was that? What in the hell was that, for Christ's sake, man? Good God, man. I don't know what the hell that was. Anonymous radio graffiti.
Mr. Staffy don't have anything nice to say. You shouldn't say anything at all. So Donald Trump needs to shut the fuck up.
Yo, listen up. Trump, we're sick of hearing your offensive words that are racist, sexist, homophobic,
and bullying bullshit.
So sit your ass down.
Have we call you out on it? You call breastfeeding moms disgusting? Which is ignorant and rude as shit. It's a natural and loving.
Yeah, and the way you talk like this sounds so disingenuous. You're not, penetrating the psyche of anybody, you airheaded bunch of fruity-ass bastards.
Good God, man. 484 radio graffiti.
Hey, Ghost, what do you think about the bottle flipping epidemic that our country's currently being infested by?
Bottle flipping? Oh, yeah, you're talking about the water bottle flipping crap? Are you talking about that?
Yeah, it pisses me off.
Yeah, well, it's a testament on how ignorant and stupid we are as a country. I can tell you that right now. I mean, I've seen those stupid water flipping freaking videos, for Christ's sake, man. What is that going to do? I mean, I understand you're doing that, and, there's chicks that are actually giving out the poon because they actually think that's cool or something. But good God, man. I mean, it's a testament to our ignorance, man. Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
He's doing his show again. Can we call the cops on that guy?
Sure, babe.
Yo, what the hell is that? You idiot swatting me? Are you idiots swatting me? God damn it! Leave me alone! Get down! I'm not being taken out alive.
Man, that's not funny, you sack.
That's not funny! That's not funny! Hey, man, swatting is not funny. That's not a joke. That's not something to be joking about. Shove it up your ass with that splice, man. Shove it up your ass. Give me the freaking mic. Shove it up your ass. Look, that's not funny. That's not something to be trolling about. That's not something to be joking about. Jesus Christ, man. I mean, it just pisses me off, man. I'm telling you, you're already turning this into a carpet munching Monday, and I'm telling you, you keep this up, I am out of here, assholes. Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
Of this great and historic.
Let me get my freaking gun. Let me get my freaking gun out of here, for Christ's sake.
If I win.
You son of a bitch.
That's not funny! That's not funny! Don't you dare besmirch the name of Donald Trump on this broadcast, you sack of crap! Don't you dare besmirch the name of Donald Trump, boy! And that's not a funny goddamn splice either, boy. Don't even kid around about that, boy. You got Donald Trump risking his life, risking his fortune running for the president, boy. He's risking his fortune. He's risking his life for you, you ungrateful prick. He's risking his fortune and his life for you. Son of a bitch. Give me that mic. Ungrateful pricks, man. That's what I'm saying. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm talking about? This bully crap? It's what we need here. Jesus Christ. Who else do we have here, for Christ's sake, man? How about 347 Radio Graffiti?
Infowars.com, PrisonPlanet.com. Ghost, you've been exposed as an NWO shield working for the Bilderberg Group.
Absolutely not. I'm not working for the Bilderberg Group, for Christ. You could have done something better. You know, you could have said I was CIA or something, but no. I'm Bilderberg Group, for Christ's sake. Get the hell out of here. Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
Everybody hear this fruit bowl? This idiot talking about how he wanted my freaking whipped cream. Eat my dick up, take your heck up. God damn it, enough of that stupid troll already. I already warned you trolls about that crap. Goddamn son of a bitch. 859 Radio Graffiti.
This is True Liberal Radio. I am your host, the man they call Ghost. Give him liberalism or give him death.
Jesus Christ, I'm just making an observation.
Broadcasting live from the MSNBC studios in beautiful downtown New York City. And now, he'll take it from here. Your host, a guy who thinks Einstein invented sliced bread, the man they call...
All right. That very, very funny there, ass crack. All right. Anonymous Radio Graffiti. Yeah, Helen Keller deaf mute over here, for Christ's sake. How about 250 Radio Graffiti?
Jesus Christ, man. Jesus Christ. I don't need to be putting up with this crap, man. And shut up your ass on crying, man. I'm not crying. I'm not crying. I have no idea what to do after this betrayal, man. They're supposed to be my friends. You heard them. They don't even care. No one cares. No one cares. painless over that? That's what that song was. That song was called Suicide is Painless. That's the song. That's not funny. Give me that goddamn. That's what that song was, for Christ's sake. Suicide is painless. And they were, Jesus Christ, man. That's actually a pretty good song, by the way. Suicide is painless. It brings on many changes. And maybe, anyway, let's move on, for Christ's sake. Who else we got here? Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
What's up, mate?
Yeah, it's you, man.
How are you, man? It's Distilling here.
Hey, what's going on to Distilling, man? How you doing?
Oh, mate, just at trade school, fucking painting this wall, using a hairdryer to bloody blow it dry so I can hurry the fuck up and get it done.
Oh, man, so you're listening to us while at work, huh?
Yeah, I always do, man.
All right, man. Well, hey, I appreciate you and your other Australian brethren over there, man. Yeah, I got a lot of fans out there because of you guys. I appreciate it. Keep on capitalizing, Distilling. And, look, I'm thinking about possibly getting some kind of P.O. box or some address because I know that there are fans out here, specifically Distilling, wanting to send me some of his personally made alcoholic beverages, which I'm actually very curious to try, to say the least. Anyway, we got Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
Hello there.
What's up?
Oh, it's me?
Yeah, it's you.
Oh, I'm actually taking a shower right now. I'd like to talk about...
Don't lie. It sounds like you're on the crapper right now, for Christ's sake, man. I mean, well, you could just leave the room and take a crap, and then, I'm not, just never mind. Anyway, we got Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
O'Reilly. A dead battery can leave you stranded, so get yours tested for free during Superstart Battery Month at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Need a replacement? Purchase a Superstart Extreme or Superstart Platinum battery and get up to $25 in O'Reilly gift cards after a mail-in rebate. O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better parts, better prices every day. Limits apply. See store for details.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Hi, I'm a helpful Southern California Honda person, and to welcome the Rams back to LA, we've been doing random acts of helpfulness, like giving out free tickets and signed memorabilia to lucky fans. And right now, we can help you too with a great deal on an award-winning Honda, like the Accord, which has been named a Car and Driver 10 Best a record 30 times. Click the dealer locator link to find a dealer near you, and go to SoCalHondaDealers.com to suggest a random act of helpfulness for someone you know. Car and Driver, November 2015.
J-Man Capitalist, Radio Graffiti. My God doesn't give a crap. All right, God, you son of a bitch. Smite me. May you smite me down with the strike of brimstone.
All right, son. If that is your wish, I shall make it so.
And nothing of value was lost.
Now shut up, you asshole! Shove it up your ass with that splice! My God loves me! Alright? My God loves me! Jesus Christ. 719 Radio Graffiti. That's not funny, for Christ's sake, because when I get angry, you don't want to get me angry. You don't want to get me angry, man. My brain will start changing shit. Everything starts going crazy. You don't want to get me angry. You don't want to get me angry. That's all I'm saying, folks. That's all I'm saying, for Christ's sake. You don't want to get me angry. You don't want to get me angry. That's not a joke, man. You don't want to get me angry, man. I'm serious. I mean, I start freaking out. My back starts changing shape. I mean, I don't want to get into it. You don't want to get me angry. That's all I'm saying. Anonymous Radio Goddamn Graffiti.
This
is an emergency action notification provided by WOAI News for San Antonio. The San Antonio Police Department is searching for an obese middle-aged man escaping urban San Antonio with a Pomeranian dog for violation of human rights against employees. This man is armed and dangerous with a double-barrel shotgun and a Glock 17. Police are on the chase, and the suspect is currently under the influence, running over people downtown. If you are outdoors in the suspected areas, seek shelter indoors immediately, for this suspect has been deemed highly dangerous by the San Antonio Police Department.
Man, that's not funny, you son of a... That's not funny! You son of a bitch!
Look, what happened last show on episode 377 was not funny. And of course, you got them troll terrorists and cyber vermin. You gotta make a big troll and a big joke out of everything. Jesus Christ, man. Gotta make a big joke out of everything, don't you? Give me the goddamn... Gotta make a big goddamn joke about everything, you stupid sons of crap. Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
What? If you want to ban Muslims from coming here and support a fascist religious database of Americans to keep track...
Are you inspired by another racist? Are you fucking...
Hey. Stop it with those stupid dumbass... I forgot what they're called, but... oh, my God. You know what? I'm going to talk like this and pretend that I'm so hipster and that I know what I'm talking about. Shut up. Jesus Christ. I think we got the Teutonic Plague, Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost, what's going on? I'm unmuted, right?
Yeah, you're unmuted. How you doing?
All right, great. So I have this idea, right? A couple weeks ago, you suggested that Trump supporters show some sign of unity at the polls to determine who's in and who's out, right?
Yeah.
Well, what I was thinking
I think people are already coming up to the idea that everybody should be wearing red.
Yes, that's what I was suggesting. I actually suggested a few weeks ago that people wear red hats, because Make America Great Again hats, they were red, wear a red hat, wear something on your head, as long as it's red, I don't care. I pitched my idea during the cluster call I was in, and yeah, shout out to you, shout out to the engineer, and I'm sorry about last Friday, man. I tell you, that bites.
Yeah, well, it happens, Teutonic. But hey, I'm just brushing my shoulders off of that, baby. I'm just brushing my shoulders off like a man, all right? Like a goddamn man. Who else do we have going on over here? How about 250 Radio Graffiti? Stupid Helen Keller deaf mute, for Christ's sake. How about Anonymous Radio Graffiti? Turn that crap down, ass crack. Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
You brag about giving money to make up for the small size of your cock.
Aw, a female reporter asks you a question you can't answer, and poor baby Donald gets mad.
Hey, shut up with that stupid dumb crap. It's dumb. It's not funny. Anonymous Radio Graffiti. What do we got? Helen Keller deaf mute, for Christ's sake? Why are you sitting on the line for an hour then, you moron? Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
Horatio Ryan Radio Graffiti. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Mambo number 5.
I don't understand where you guys think that's funny, for Christ's sake. I have no idea why you think that's funny or lolls-worthy or anything of that nature. Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost. I'm just wondering if you could tell the last show that I'm demanding a refund on your autograph. It smells like bean and cheese.
Yeah, right. Smells like bean and cheese. It probably smells like your mother's ass because she was sitting on it or something. Huh? Is that what your mom does? She sits her fat cottage cheese ass on the goddamn mail there. You're smelling a pack of Franks from that woman's ass is what you're smelling there, boy. Anonymous Radio Graffiti. Night Prowler, Radio Graffiti. Oh, shit. Oh, Christ. Oh, Christ, no. Get away. Get away. I'm armed. Get away. Engineer, what the hell are you doing, boy? What the hell are you doing? God damn it, you son of a... God damn it! I'm so tired of this crap! I'm tired of this crap! Jesus Christ, I'm tired of this crap! Good God! I mean, I don't know. I'm just so goddamn tired of this, man. I mean, look, that wasn't funny what happened last Friday, man. That was not funny. Give me the damn mic. Give me the mic. Give me the mic. That wasn't funny last week, man. I'm telling you, last Friday, that was not funny. Episode 377 was horrible. It was horrible. Jesus Christ. Who else do we have here? How about 412 Radio Graffiti? Radio Graffiti. What you want, what you want, what you gonna do when Sheriff don't come for you? Yeah, real funny. Real funny, ass crack. All right, shut your mouth. Good God. 512 Radio Graffiti.
We got Disco Waffle, Radio Graffiti. And and now I've got Mass Pony tweeting at me. I'll just keep making fun of me. I'm going to press charges. Yeah. What are you going to call the retard police? Oh, shit. Oh, Christ. Oh, Christ, no. Get away. Get away. I'm armed. Get away. Oh, get away. You've been cloning Mass Pony. They're knocking on my door. They're knocking on my door. Mass Pony. And we're going to get the door. And we're going to come over here. And we're going to kick your ass. Go away. Oh, Jesus Christ, man. Oh, Jesus Christ. That's the retard police. Oh, my God.
God damn it. God damn it. God damn it. Enough of this, Blake. Stop making fun of last Friday, man. That wasn't funny, man. That could have turned into some serious situation there. That could have turned into a serious situation there, man. And yeah, here you are. You're making fun of it like it's a big goddamn joke. You're making fun of it like it's a big goddamn joke. Got the freaking tard police. Shut up, man. Give me the mic. Man, I'm telling you, man. Freaking carpet munching Monday. You guys, man. You goddamn troll terrorists and cyber vermin. I'm sick of you. I'm so goddamn sick of you people. Oh, my God, man. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm telling you, man, I don't know what else to say. I'm at a loss for words here. All right, we got about 3 minutes left. I'm only going to take a couple of more of these, and I'm getting the hell out of here, all right? You'll be lucky if I come back for a goddamn Taco Tuesday. You understand that, you sons of bitches? You'll be lucky if I come back for a goddamn Taco Tuesday, you son of a bitch. Because I'm telling you, 1,400 hours of my life I'm wasting talking to you stupid losers. Huh? 1,400 hours of my life! And I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it all. Anyway, 614 Radio Goddamn Graffiti.
Ghost, I just got my AIDS test back. It's negative. Let's celebrate at Bohannon's by Raw Dog eating each other's steaks. Oh, my.
You know what? I'm done with this crap. Stick a fork in me. I'm done. I'm done. Stick a goddamn fork in me. I'm done. I'm done with this crap. Oh my God, what a freaking carpet munching goddamn shitty ass Monday. Excuse my French, but that's what it was. I'm done with it. Give me the mic. Give me the mic. Give me the goddamn mic, for Christ's sake, man. I'm done with this crap. That was gross, man. That was gross. Anyway, you'll be lucky if I come back for a Taco Tuesday tomorrow, boy. You understand that? Follow me on Twitter. God damn it! I can't believe you did this again. You do this again and again and again and again and again and again and again. And I'm tired of it. Jesus Christ, follow me on Twitter, all right? The Twitter name to follow is Politics Ghost, all one word, no underscores. Politics Ghost is the name to follow. And of course, folks, the new Ghostler Youth shirts are in for a limited time only, baby. You understand that? I'm calling on the Ghostler Youth. And you can go to my Twitter account at Politics Ghost, and you can click the pinned tweet on my Twitter account to get to the Ghostler Youth shirts. And they're only going to be around till November 3rd, folks. So get them while you can. Hail Ghostler! Hail Ghostler! Hail the Ghostler Youth! And you better be here, if I'm here, for Taco Tuesday tomorrow, boy. Do you understand that? Hail Ghostler! Hail Ghostler! Hail the Ghostler Youth! Get your Ghostler Youth shirts, baby!